Good morning, guys. We are here today. It is Monday. NASDAQ is technically green today. Trump rejected the Iran proposal and more influencing markets right now. If we take a look at the NASDAQ is pretty flat on the day. We're not really doing too much this morning. We haven't really. You can see the whole session of Monday. But yeah, the president rejected Iran's peace proposal. The ceasefire starting to collapse as well. And more going on right now. How are you guys doing this morning? Do you guys have a good weekend? We are here today. NASDAQ just went green on the day. We do have Britt here.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Britt's here.
I had a great weekend. Thanks for asking, John.
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. We got CPI and more this week. We got CPI, PPI, and more economic reports coming. But yeah, the NASDAQ, really over the last 3-4 minutes, or over the last 20 minutes, I'm sorry, has gone green on the day. We're still in a pretty flat, pretty sideways range. I think everybody's kind of paying attention to. Oil, if we take a look at it, is elevated on the day. It's at $98 a barrel for WTI crude. So WTI crude is at 98 a barrel. Markets are kind of pricing in the rejection of the proposal by Iran. We do have Warsh likely getting confirmed today as well. It's the biggest structural story of the week. Kevin Warsh expected to be confirmed as Fed chair, inheriting an inflation fight and, all the stuff from high oil prices. The full Senate is likely to vote on Warsh's confirmation this week, meaning he could be confirmed before Powell's term expires May 15th. Remember, it's a procedural vote, not the takeover necessarily yet, so we'll see what happens there. We do have existing home sales today. But yeah, the ceasefire began on April 8th. Days later, Trump announced the blockade on Iranian ports. Iran's response was to effectively close the strait to non-Iranian shipping. In late April, Iran proposed reopening the Strait of Hormuz while postponing a deal on nuclear, which is probably the most, argued about issue here. Iran's offer to reopen the strait was all traffic was conditional to discussions over Iran's nuclear activities being postponed until after the war ends. Trump was unhappy with the proposal because it did not include provisions for Iran's nuclear program. He literally said he was unhappy with it. He doesn't like it. The official note that he doesn't love the proposal. And yeah, what do you guys think about that at home? Sorry, Britt.
I'm not sure, if they actually thought that would work, if that would be acceptable, but no.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to accept it either. I mean, I don't think anybody really did. Man, I'm scrolling on Truth Social. The ads here. The ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to go back and find it, but I got to scroll through about 30 ads here. All right. Yep. Yeah, he said this is the response he gave 15 hours ago, so basically last night. He said, "I have just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable." That's basically all he said. Thank you for attention to this matter. I would assume NASDAQ and S&P would be down a little bit on that news, but somehow it's gapping up. Or oil's gapping up, but the NASDAQ is also gapping up here. So the NASDAQ is actually up from the close on Friday. And really, we're starting to push up a little bit more as time goes on this morning. Here's a 5-minute chart. The NASDAQ is starting to jump up some here. Very interesting. We'll see if this movement continues.
I would imagine based on past negotiations, that answer was probably baked in.
Yeah, and we did get a response from Pakistani foreign minister who said they expressed hope that ongoing diplomatic efforts would contribute to peace and stability in the region. This is Pakistani journalist Malik reporting this, and that Iranian and Saudi foreign ministers held a phone call on the latest developments related to the diplomatic process between Iran and the U.S. with the mediation of Pakistan. We have Bessent going to meet with Japan's prime minister Tuesday. But I don't know if any of these Fars news agency is talking about some strikes that happened. But yeah, the NASDAQ's kind of resilient here, interesting enough. Where's NVIDIA at? NVIDIA...
That's what I was just about to ask. I was curious about that.
Yeah, NVIDIA's at 213s. So I wanted to see if NVIDIA's what's been pushing the NASDAQ back up here over the last 5 minutes. That does not look to be the case. NVIDIA, Microsoft... AMD's pushing up. Could be AMD and MU. That's actually what it looks like it is. Here's AMD right here. And then here is MU. These are ripping up some this morning.
Yeah, they are.
Interesting. But yeah, for now, that is what's going on today, guys. What's up, Ava, DJ, Roof, Raga, P, Gamer, Max, Tim, Big Slum, Hog, Kato, Rooftop, Memphis, my dad's account, Brian, Max, Kava, Sha, MVK, Hayes, Clint, Plasma, Ashun, Gamer, AB, Rick, Clint, Arif, Ace, Zaza, E, Pew, Todd, Takis, Wanna Be a Trader, Keegan, Arcane, MS. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing good today. Uncle Nelly, what's up, dude? Sai, what's up, man? MS, Central, Shalin, everybody else, what's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning.
Sure, don't say good morning to me.
Well, Britt, nobody says good morning to you, bro. You're a beacon of dishonesty, Britt. A beacon of dishonesty. They like to say. I'm pretty sure I heard that. Somebody said that one time, Britt. You know, I'm pretty sure.
I think I heard somebody say that once a lot of times.
Yeah. It might have been Claude. It might have been Claude. I think Claude said it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Intel. I see people mentioning Intel this morning. Intel's up. Intel's up. It's at 133s right now. So Intel's moving some, too. My portfolio's kind of red on the day, though. Mostly driven by Microsoft, Oracle. Although Oracle already had a pretty good freaking, you know, period of time here. I'm still in Oracle somehow. And Oracle's at 190s now. Oracle's had a great couple months, or a great couple weeks, too. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Green is good. What's up, Tim? Trump has a beautiful heart.
Most beautiful heart you've ever seen.
I heard that in his voice. You know. Yeah.
I just like. I'm not even making fun. I just like doing his voice. The cadence is funny.
Yeah, me neither. Look, I'm not gonna argue any like good or bad heart for Trump.
No, there are certain people's deliveries that are just innately funny. Like just the way Charlie Murphy talked. The dude didn't have to try to be funny. He was just funny.
Yeah, no, 100%. Charlie Murphy's funny. Some of the best Chappelle Show segments were the Charlie Murphy segments. I was sad when he passed away. Charlie Murphy was good.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But
what
yeah,
all
guys, silver doing this morning?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna look at. Here's gold. Gold's down a little bit on the day. It's opened up. It closed at about 47.20s. It's at about 46.70s this morning. 46.70s for gold. Silver is probably singing the same tune, I'm guessing. No, silver's a little bit more neutral. Not the most liquidity in silver this morning, it seems like today. Again, oil's interesting here. Oil's back up to almost 98. I might short oil because I think eventually, I don't know. There's risk to shorting oil, you know. But
yeah,
I'm thinking about it. What do you guys think? Should I short oil?
Maybe. It just dropped below $98 a barrel.
Yeah. New day, new memory highs. That's right. Make beautiful charts again. The GOAT. What's up, BJ? Top of the morning, boys. What's up, Zero? IREN raises ATM offering $2 billion 14 minutes ago. Yeah.
Me, myself, and Iran.
Yeah, Iran is dumping down. I mean, on the dilution news. So Microsoft just cracked lows of the day as well. So we'll see what happens there.
What is Iran? I don't think we've discussed that before.
Look, you can see it. It's a stock.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's a Bitcoin miner turned data center stock.
Okay. Just sometimes people mention like random stocks, and I have no idea what they're talking about, so I'm just curious.
Well, the only reason I even know about this one is because the chat's mentioned this one a lot. I've heard the chat mention it a lot, and it's been a volatile one, you know. Like it went up. It went from $7 a year ago all the way up to $76 in November of last year. Fell all the way back down to $30. Now it's back up to 60. So, yeah. So,
seems like if you can anticipate on that stock, it's a pretty good one for making money. Going long and short.
It's AI related, you know. Wish your streams were longer. We've been streaming a little bit longer every day. It depends on what's going on, though. Yeah, retail stock, yeah. What's up, Faye? What's up, Secret Squirrel? Love the name, bro. Love the name.
I love that cartoon.
Is that a cartoon, bro? I didn't even know, dude. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was one of those secondary cartoons, like inside of a cartoon. It was either Dexter's Lab or like Cow and Chicken. I think it was Dexter's Lab, but I might be wrong.
Oh, so it was like an OG Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see some people mention it. I just want to get this out the way. I was wrong about Hamzat. I was wrong. All right. Honestly, he won the fight. Let's just be honest here. He won the fight. Hamzat definitely won that fight. Let's just be real here for a second. All right. Like, yeah, I know everybody wants Strickland to win. And look, I'm not even mad. You know, America. Right? Like Strickland won. I'm not gonna argue it. I'm happy. I was pleasant. It's not like I betted on this fight. But I was wrong. You know. Strickland won.
I told you he had a chance.
Lost. He did have a chance. Really, Hamzat had a bad weight cut, is what this was. Hamzat had a rough weight cut. He was pulling guard in round 2. So and Strickland wasn't connecting.
Strickland had a bad shoulder going into the fight too, though.
Yeah.
And also, I just got to kind of take it into account, like, realistically, Hamzat should have lost the fight against Gilbert Burns, so this is just kind of like scales balancing, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm not mad Hamzat lost. I'm okay with it. But
me too.
When I watched the fight, did I think Strickland won? No, I didn't.
I didn't either. He definitely lost that 5th round. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, the 5th round he got taken down, and he got kind of banged up a little bit on the feet. I don't know how they gave that to Strickland. But listen, look, I'm not going to complain. I'm happy about it. America,
no,
you know?
I don't.
Right?
I think Hamzat's kind of a jerk, so I don't care.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. America, guys. America, you know? NASDAQ up to 29.37. Let's see. We're starting to rebound here. It looks like memory.
And also, John, it's pronounced America.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so semiconductor stocks, what's, AMD could be dragging it. It's about to break pre-market highs potentially here. I'm still thinking about shorting oil. Nvidia is also starting to rebound back up, and other semiconductor stocks. Nvidia is back up here. Look at this 200 exponential rebound. You can see how much algorithms push it up, but I want to see if there's any news here, like any catalyst here.
Yeah, we're also up about $80 on the NASDAQ from 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're starting to rebound back up. I don't see anything. Let me check other news on like microchips. A lot of people talking about IREN this morning.
Yeah, only stuff I'm seeing is like EU sanctioning some Russian entities. China Bank strengthened financial support for expanding domestic demand, scientific and technological innovation.
Yeah. Yeah, DRAM and MU going up. Well, it's not just that, it's AMD as well, BJ and others. So like we're moving up a little bit here, you know. But here's the NASDAQ. I'm still thinking about what was I thinking about shorting oil? I was, dude. I should have done it. Remember, I was thinking about shorting oil.
I told you way back 5 minutes ago.
I know. I should have done it, bro. I should have done it. Look, I missed it on my actual funded account. But you know what?
What's up, Sam?
I'm really thinking about it. How do I turn these candlesticks off, bro? Hold on.
Oh, and I looked at those other climate pics you posted, Sam. That's some cool stuff, man. I appreciate you sharing with me. I know it was a few days ago, but, still, I appreciate it. Apparently, Libya retook full control of their Ras Lanuf refinery. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Probably not, but
Yeah, I jumped in this short on oil. It's a eval account, so it's not the end of the world if I lose it. But I'd love to see it kind of fight its way back and go green. This is a lucid eval account. Also, guys, just to throw this out there, Take Profit has a pretty good sale going on right now. Take Profit has like a 50% off sale going on right now. No activation fee for Take Profit. So yeah, they've got a flash sale right now. Half off all evals. Plus no activation fee and a $100 reset. Stay until Saturday, May 16th. So use my coupon code BGT on Take Profit, guys. Check it out. I'll put the link up right here if you want to help support the channel. A little early for a plug for me, but I did want to let you guys know that that sale is going on at 50% off, no activation. Right now, I'll pin this to the top of the chat if you want to capitalize.
I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like a steal of a deal to me.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so I see Gob says it's a clever play, but it seems unfair to the rest of the world who's not engaged in their own stuff. But I get it, dude. The dude didn't win on the world peace movement. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go too into it. But is it bull or bearish? I don't know. I'm shorting this. Oil's really not moving much. The NASDAQ is in a little dip though here. I'm really tempted to buy the NASDAQ here as well. I guess shorting oil is virtually the same thing right now. It's not quite the same thing. If we get some bad, I'm hoping we don't get any escalating, you know, catalyst here. You know, like if we get strike news, or if Iran basically comes out and they're like, yo, y'all rejected our proposal, because of that we're gonna do this, you know, or
yeah, no peace ever, all that stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna be good for this position. But
no, then we're gonna see oil rip up. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it went to $110, $115 a barrel or something like that happen, like immediately, maybe further in time.
I hope it doesn't get that high. You know, I mean, I think it could, but I think it could for sure. But I'm hoping it doesn't. You know,
beginner trading to Korean stock pumps overnight directly. Stock pumps overnight directly pump their U.S. counterparts. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were at least loosely, you know, linked or whatever. But
yeah,
how much I don't know.
If you guys remember, on Friday we did have the job numbers come out, right? The job numbers were pretty strong here, dude. The job numbers came out at what are they? 115K for job numbers on Friday, and this is all heading into tomorrow's CPI inflation report. So we have CPI inflation tomorrow. We'll see what that looks like, but we do have CPI inflation data tomorrow. It is for the month of April. And the inflation data tomorrow is expected. Let's talk about it. CPI is expected at 3.8% year over year for the medium forecast. 3.8%. And that's headline, which includes fuel and energy. Core CPI, which excludes food and energy, but does kind of show some of the secondary effects, is expected at 2.7%. 2.7% tomorrow. So we'll see what we get. But we do have inflation data tomorrow, and then PPI is on Wednesday. So it's kind of a busy week in that regard in terms of inflation data and economics.
Hey, John Scammer in the Discord, I can't delete from
Yes.
Vaughn.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I see him.
Oh, dang, Sam. I hope you feel better, man. Sorry to hear you're, feeling down in the dumps.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I was sick for a while, man. I had a couple, like, really, like, it lasted for a long time, too. Sinus stuff. Like, I'm basically better now, but, like, my ear still kind of pops when I swallow a little bit, you know. Look, I might switch from this. I'm going to switch from this to the NASDAQ. Oops. Hold on, let me get out of this. I might switch from this to just buying the NASDAQ right here. And we'll add down to maybe... This will be a longer term trade, but we'll add down to, like, 55s right here on the NASDAQ. See if stocks keep rebounding. The market action is a little bit quieter today for sure. Like, it's not super active. Yeah, Jay, I'm not sure about the link not working. It works for me. But you can just use my coupon code BGT, you know, on Take Profit. If it doesn't work, it'll get you the same discount. All right, so we're going to add to this, but this is kind of a quick little drop here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, we don't really have any big earnings this week. Next week we have Nvidia earnings. Okay, so Israel Channel 12, citing a military source, says, quote, "We are preparing operationally to expand the ground operation in Lebanon amid ongoing violations of the ceasefire agreement." This was like 10, 15 minutes ago, though, so we still got some time.
I wonder why I didn't see that. Maybe it was just too far down the page.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, this was a different source, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, I need that source after the stream.
Okay.
Please, I mean to say,
Yeah.
To be commanding.
Yeah, MU has been wild. And like I said, I'll add into this dip. Take some size here. Down to 55s is where I wanted to add to. There we go.
Who do you guys like better, MU or SanDisk? I don't know enough about both companies individually to make a choice. Could you guys educate me a little bit better about the differences?
Between MU and SanDisk?
Yeah. I mean, do they provide slightly different products, or are they pretty much exactly the same?
They're slightly different. I mean, they're both memory, right? So they're both DRAM is really what's big right now. So hold on, I'm going up in this. I'm up. I want to manage this trade. They're both
okay.
Nice,
Thank
though.
you.
Yeah,
that was very succinct.
All right, so now we've turned back down here on this trade. Yeah, they're both memory plays, really.
Just different that just service different sectors of the memory.
Well, no, they both do DRAM. Yeah, they both do DRAM. I would say MU's a little bit more diversified.
Okay.
But they're similar enough. All right, so here we're coming back down here on this trade. I don't use Kalshi. I check the odds on Kalshi. But I don't, I don't bet on any of them. Maybe I don't know, maybe in the future, but
no, you guys aren't wrong, but I'm not opposed to it at all. But part of the point of me being here is learning at least some of this stuff on the stream. Position to storage layer capitalizing.
yeah, MU's been wild. The gains in both of them have been crazy, though, man. SanDisk, I remember covering SanDisk after their earnings report, and SanDisk was at like $1,000, right? And this was not that long ago. This was like 2 weeks ago. SanDisk was at $1,000. SanDisk is now up over 50% relative to where it was. SanDisk is up from $1,000 all the way up to almost $1,600 right now for SanDisk. What the heck just happened here? Did anybody see that refresh? That was weird. But yeah, so SanDisk is up 50% versus where it was when it released earnings. MU's not crazy either. MU's just as crazy too. MU's up almost 100% from. Oh man, dude, since April.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So MU's not up 100% since April. 100% would be at 1,000. MU is up 50% too, roughly 50%, a little bit better than 50% actually. So memory has flown. Yeah, memory has gone wild here. It's just made some crazy freaking movements.
Sam asked if we could check the JP Morgan news and stock when possible. I'll see if I can find the news.
Yeah, so JP Morgan announced cash distributions. Yeah, SanDisk is wild. You talking about, which one are you talking about, Sam? Which news on JP Morgan? Yeah, I'm in here. I'm trying to patiently wait for this, but yeah, I'm trying to patiently wait for this, but shit, man. I am in the NASDAQ long on an eval account. It's just an eval though. Like I said, it's, you know, obviously I'm going to trade a little bit larger on this. I'm just trying to let it work some. Maybe I should wait it for a long-term pivot. I wanted to buy 55s. Yeah, I ended up buying 60s instead. But we'll give it a little bit of time. Memory stocks have been running up in markets, so NASDAQ pulling back. I like the dip in the NASDAQ, but I think it's also been kind of choppy. It's also the day before CPI inflation. So the day before CPI inflation, maybe we're going to get some, you know, just chop sideways neutral activity here. Like maybe we're just going to get boring, neutral, choppy sideways activity today, leading into CPI inflation, you know?
John, you streaming Circle earnings this morning?
No. I mean, I'll cover them when they drop, but no, I'm not going to stream that. Okay. Circle should not a big enough company.
Head and Shoulders, John. I'd get out if I were you. Not advice, though. Yeah,
I see the Head and Shoulders here. And so I'm also seeing that, but I do want to wait. I'm going to let... It's an eval, so I can be a little bit loose here. But I see it. If we start to rebound and then reject again, I'll definitely cut it. Depends on which time frame you're talking about. Longer time frame, you could say, hey, shoulder, head, potential shoulder coming here, and then come back down. Or if you're talking really short term, you could say, you could look at like this one here. If we're talking like 1 minute, shoulder, head, shoulder, you know. Either way, it doesn't look good. I'm trying to hold this through the 200 exponential right here, though. You know, we got the previous closing price in the 200 EMA below us, and so I want to give it a little bit more time to test these levels and see if we rebound. I don't want to get out right at the bottom. And it's a eval, so I'll be all right either way, you know. CPI has always been more influential than PPI. PPI is not generally. It's all relative to when or what the data shows up as. You know, so like if CPI shows up wildly over or under expectations, that's going to move markets more than if CPI shows up as expected. You know, or same thing with PPI. So they both can move markets. CPI generally can move markets a little bit more. CPI is more watched. More retail watches CPI. But it's all relative to what numbers they actually show up as, right? If the data shows up as super high over expectations, market's probably going to go down. If data shows up super low under expectations, market's probably going to go up. And so it's all relative to that release. So we're pretty close to exiting this right now.
Also, Sam, were you talking as far as JP Morgan? Were you talking about the alleged drugging scandal?
Here's oil. Good thing I didn't stay in that oil short either.
Between the female exec and her subordinate.
Yeah, Pro Plus is truly live, so cannons. All right, guys, look, here's the Here's the NASDAQ. I wanted to wait and hold through this, but I'll get out and wait and live to fight another day. We've done pretty good. Like, if you look at our Lucid account here. Our Lucid account, we've done pretty freaking good on. Oh, no. Sorry. Tradeify account. Yeah. That's Tradeify.
Okay, yeah. I don't know, like the exact. Anyway, in terms of that scandal, apparently 2 more witnesses came forward regarding the accusations. But I don't know what the stock price is for JP Morgan right now.
Yeah, I didn't really see much on that here. Here's JP Morgan. JP Morgan's at 300. I generally think JP Morgan is probably the strongest bank stock out there in regards to like consumer banks. I think JP Morgan, the biggest, you know.
I mean, at this point, are they the oldest functioning bank in America?
I believe so for JP Morgan. Now, everything else going on, I don't know about the news today regarding them, but yeah, generally I like it. Yeah, here's my stats on my Lightning funded account here for Tradeify. This is a Tradeify Lightning funded account. But really, I've only had 3 losing days out of 3 weeks or so. Like, you can kind of see building up profit here. Hey, thank you for whatever. Let me see.
Thank you for whatever.
Thank you, Z John, for the follow. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. Sorry, I wanted to check it. I could hear the notification. I just wanted to check. And then here's basically May right now on this account. We basically had a break-even day Friday, but like slowly kind of building it up past the cushion level, and then we can take larger swings. But so far so good on Tradeify.
I mean, I've heard,
again, coupon code BGT. Check it out.
Well, I've heard you're the greatest trader of like the last 15 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Or top 3 anyway.
I'm definitely not the top 3 of the last 15 minutes. All my polymarket bets for the GOP. Yeah, CPI is tomorrow. So CPI is tomorrow.
What'd you say the expected numbers on CPI were?
CPI is expected at 3.8% for headline CPI tomorrow, which is kind of a wild print. That's a wild print. 3.8% expected tomorrow. Last time was 3.3% for March. This is April, so this is a month into the conflict, basically, plus. And yeah, it's expected tomorrow at 3.8%, which again is a wild inflation.
And that's year over year?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for the year. NASDAQ just dipped under this previous closing price, so we are now under the previous close. We're testing the 200 exponential, and we're at the volume weighted average price right now. Monday's up. Bro got me using code BGT and don't answer my question. Shake my head. What's your question?
Yeah, it's not intentional. Sometimes we just don't see the question.
Yeah, we're trying to like cover all of it. Yeah, we're trying to see all of them, dude. My apologies, friend. Yeah, I mean, Pro Plus is actually live. It has end of day instead of intraday trailing. No buffer required for withdrawals. You know, so there's like a lot of use case, like a lot of good stuff about Pro Plus. Like Pro is still simulated with real payouts, but Pro Plus runs on live market orders through a regulated broker, right? So, that's the main difference. Pro Plus, you get 90-10 split versus just 80-20 on regular Pro. On regular Pro, it requires a buffer. So you need, like, an example is like $2,000 profit on a 50K account or whatever to start withdrawals. Pro Plus has no buffer. So you can, it basically allows 1 day withdrawals. So Pro Plus is a little bit more expensive. But good rules for Pro Plus, if that makes sense. Hope that helps.
Yeah, I never saw the question. Actually, I didn't even see the complaint that you were reading. I scrolled through the chat. I still couldn't find it.
I see market saying oil's heading up, and it is. So over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, volume has spiked and oil's headed up. It hasn't headed up a lot, but oil is starting to rise some here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Might not be news. I don't see anything really. Honestly, the news has been kind of light this morning here. It could be just choppy ahead of CPI.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see any indications of any catalyst or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really see. I see oil spiking up though, and the NASDAQ is down a little bit. Oil hitting that volume weighted average price, but maybe somebody knows something, but I don't see anything yet. I see Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson, this was a while ago, states Iran is a responsible power and anti-bully in the region. So he spoke about 3 hours ago, it looks like. He said Iran has proven to be a responsible power in the region. In the same time, we are not bullies. Rather, we are the anti-bullies. Just look at our conduct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that came out like hours ago. I don't see anything that might spike markets up unless we're talking like, maybe somebody knows something, but I don't see anything that would drive oil. But you can see here, here's the volume. If you look at the volume on the bottom of the screen, that's what I watch for like catalysts, is volume. Like you can see the volume increase over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, and that coincides with when oil actually started to rise up a little bit here. So we're looking, but I don't see anything yet. We'll keep watching, see what happens. And they are supposed to. Go ahead, Britt. Sorry.
I was just reading somebody's comment. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, somebody was just saying, I drive 3,000 miles a month. Gas prices coming down would be great. I just made me curious. Like, are you like a long haul trucker or something? K-Hod? What were you going to say, John?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I have ADHD, that Brit. I see somebody asking, can you still have evals once moved up to Pro Plus? I think you, I think it's capped at a 5 active Pro or Pro Plus accounts at any time. So I think you can still have evaluation test accounts.
Yes.
But
Sam says you can simultaneously have evals Pro and Pro Plus accounts with TPT, max 5 of the latter.
Yeah. News is from yesterday. Yeah, it was old news. Like I said, Dark. Like I can see it being old. I'm looking at the volume on oil and what's going on there, but you never freaking know. NASDAQ is starting to actually kind of rebound back up. If we look at the NQ over the last few minutes here, very choppy day. Just not a lot going on right now.
Okay. Cool,
markets
K-Hod.
could be. Yeah, markets could be just prepping for. Markets could just be prepping. And just to give you guys like the timeline here, in mid-February, they were trying to negotiate the nuclear deal. Trump gave Iran a 10-day deadline to reach a deal, or else the U.S. would attack Iran on February 20th, and then U.S. and Israel started the war on February 28th, so 8 days later. We had a ceasefire that started on April 8th, but days later, the president announced a blockade on Iranian ports and ships, restricting the ability to export oil and cutting off sources of revenue there. Iran's response was to effectively close the strait to non-Iranian shipping. Late April, so late last month, we did get another proposal. They proposed reopening the strait while postponing a deal on nuclear until after the strait was back open and the war was over. But Trump was unhappy with the proposal because it didn't include provisions for nuclear. And then he said, what is it, yesterday, that he, quote, didn't love the proposal. Although Marco Rubio told Fox News that the proposal was, quote, better than we thought, a small opening but not acceptance.
It's a stall.
Yeah, I mean, Iran sent a second proposal, though, through Pakistani mediators. where they stressed the need to end the war on all fronts and lift sanctions. They emphasized the necessity of lifting OFAC sanctions on Iranian oil sales during a 30-day period, demanded ending the blockade, notably still no concession on uranium enrichment, which was the big demand the U.S. had here. So Sunday evening, Trump posted again. He said, "I've just read the response from Iran's so-called reps. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable," he says. And yeah, that's basically it. Now here we are. NASDAQ's still up on the day, though. You can see the NASDAQ's still technically green on the day. I think markets are just less worried about this now. They're just less worried. They're just moving less. They're doing less. They're reacting less. Maybe like a month ago, we might have seen like a big gap down on some news like this. Lately, the market's not really doing anything like that. Like, they're just not really reacting negatively like you might think they would. So
it's kind of one of those things where, like, when you're talking about an individual and like you just get messed over by a certain person or due to a certain event over and over and over again, eventually you're just like, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, and I do see some news that dropped 14 minutes ago, and it's Ali Jafari, the commander of some of their headquarters of the IRGC, said that with this level of distrust towards America, it is natural for the negotiating team, under the general guidance of the system, to specify conditions that ensure all legitimate rights of the republic, and these conditions are quote, minimum expectations. He said, as long as the war does not end on all fronts, sanctions are not lifted, block funds are not released, war damages are not compensated, and the rights of the IRGC to sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz is not recognized, no other negotiations will take place. This might be what moved markets a little while ago, specifically oil. If I'm trying to see this timeline here, this came out about 10 to 15 minutes ago. And that kind of lines up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that perfectly lines up with this. So this spike here with the volume and with oil was from those quotes by the commander of the, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, Bakiyata Allah base of the IRGC. Nailed it. I nailed it. I got it right, I think.
Stuck the landing, huh?
I'm just gonna say I got it right. I'm just gonna say I got that right. But yeah, the timeline lines up with it. And I was wondering what spiked the wheel. Again, NASDAQ's kind of indifferent to this, though. NASDAQ is still pushing up here. So NASDAQ is still technically green. You see, I was waiting for the 200 exponential in that trade, and we just kind of... but yeah. Dude, don't make me say it again. I'm not going to try to say it again, bro.
Dude, I want to try to say it. Where was it?
I'm not going to say it again. Team after earnings. Can you see Monday? I don't know if I like Monday, man. But Monday earnings killed it, dude. They're up to 90 plus. I don't want to buy right here, though. I don't know what you should do with this. Yeah, it's up a lot. What is this? Earnings? Yeah, so Iranian spokesperson for the National Security Committee says there's no clear horizon for a political agreement with the United States, according to Al Mayadeen. Yeah, what is this for Monday? Yeah, this is earnings. Okay, so yeah, Monday raised fiscal year guidance. They see good sales guidance. They see it 354 to 356. They expected 354. They raised fiscal year sales guidance from 1.452 to 1.466, 1.474. So raised guidance here on Monday. EPS beat, sales beat is what this is. Yeah, I'll go to
Hey, John, are you bullish biased or bearish biased today?
I would say I'm bullish, you know.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So Michael Saylor just bought 535 Bitcoin worth $43.4 million.
Lightweight.
Yeah, 435 million, that's chump change, bro. Send that back, you know.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Speaking of Bitcoin here, Bitcoin's currently sitting at 81 still. Hit 82s this morning, but kind of sideways over 80s over the last few days here. Still moving up though. Over 80s is good. So let's see if it holds. Let's see if it holds. Maybe CPI will help this. I know originally payrolls reacted kind of negatively, or Bitcoin reacted kind of negatively to the payroll print here. It didn't stay down though. Here's where the payrolls came out on Friday, and it kind of rebounded back up here. It's actually above where that was, so they're still doing all right. They hit 80K for Bitcoin, so we'll see if that holds. But micro strategy here. Back up to 190s. It's better than it was, dude. It was at like 104s in February, so. NASDAQ is very boring here, guys. Very boring. Not really much going on. Bearish pressure looking nasty. On what? NASDAQ? I mean, really, we're just kind of sideways at this point. Bellish. Yeah, we'll see what CPI inflation data brings. I mean, there was a period of time where I held RTX stock. I'm surprised RTX isn't doing as like better since the conflict started. Being a defense name. But really, it's been kind of flat over the last week. NASDAQ just dipped under the RTX. NASDAQ just dipped under the 200 exponential. It's now falling down to the volume weighted average price.
Morning shift.
Not a ton of volume coming in here though. So. Also, if you haven't already, check out Lucid. It's a great way to help support your boy here on this channel. There's no PDT in futures. So if you want to learn to day trade, you can day trade Lucid. They give you a demo test your skill. No PDT rule. Just a great way to learn when most day traders lose money. So, you know, check them out. I think Lucid is kind of the best of everything, really. They have direct to funded accounts if you want to check out Lucid. Like if you look at Lucid here, they have direct to funded accounts. They paid out 60 million to traders. 50,000 plus traders use Lucid. They process payouts very quickly. I like the 10-to-1 micro scaling. It's the more with like, it suits how I trade. No hard breach rules, 90-10 profit split already, no payout windows. They have direct to funded options here, 238 for 25K. Flex options, which, you know, do have a consistency rule in the eval. And then the Lucid Pro, which no consistency rule in the eval. So they're useful. They're useful. I'll put the link up if you want to help support your boy here in this channel. Check out Lucid.
Also, I'm only restating this because I think I might have been muted the first time, but I agree with you, Johnny Be Good, in your earlier statement. I've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, here's the Lucid link if you want to check it out. Shameless plug here, shameless plug. What do you guys think CPI shows up as? Are y'all bullish or bear on the day? There's the Lucid link if you want to check it out. Hey, what's up?
Can you explain that
Crypto?
a little? I know we're in chat, so you can't exactly go in super in depth, but can you explain that a little more, Sam? I'm just curious.
Yeah, real quick. So the NASDAQ is dipping down here. So the NASDAQ just went red. It pushed under the VWAP, under the 200 exponential here. I'm trying to see if we have anything here, but I see Saudi Aramco CEO says energy supply shock that began in Q1 is the largest the world has ever experienced. The president of Finland says Europe should communicate directly with Russia. The Qatar LNG tanker U-turns after an attempt to pass Hormuz. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is now red on the day under the previous closing price. Technically red on the day now. You know, what's interesting though is that like we had the rejection of the proposal from Trump, and the NASDAQ broke all-time high on the Sunday open here. Like here's all-time highs on the NASDAQ now, 29. 399.75. So basically 29,400 is the new all-time high on the NASDAQ here. But the news about Trump rejecting the peace deal proposal, I should say proposal.
Yeah.
But look at the NASDAQ start to fall here, though, guys. So the NASDAQ is starting to kind of dip down here. It is red. Did I miss any news? We don't really have any news right now. I don't see any news that might drag the market down.
No, I've been looking pretty frequently, and I can't find anything either.
Yeah, I think traders are just kind of waking up. I don't know if there's any news that might like specifically drag market down. If you guys see something, let me know. I don't see anything that would. I see the Saudi Aramco CEO speaking. He said, if required, we can expect to reach our maximum sustainable oil production capacity of 12 million barrels per day in 3 weeks. He did say the energy supply shock is the largest ever experienced, but I don't necessarily think that's dragging market down. This is probably stock news, maybe. Is oil moving up? It's moving up a little bit.
Ridiculous. They can only do 20 million barrels a day.
That's it?
Yeah.
21 or we send it back, man. You know?
On it.
Yeah, oil up to 98.5s here, 98.5s. And we started to get some increases in oil.
Aramco CEO, market to normalize in 2027 if Hormuz opening is delayed by a few more weeks.
Yeah, I see that. That could be scared people, but I'm looking at like memory stocks are pulling back a little bit. SanDisk is pulling back, MU's pulling back, so maybe they're just stopping their run. I think honestly, when we zoom out though, what we have is just a sideways price action here. So like if you look at the entire session, Monday and Sunday, we're just really sideways. The VWAP is kind of chopping right through the middle here. Here's the VWAP, here's the 200 exponential. And so like we're kind of just sideways and neutral. Whatever the VWAP and the 200 EMA are just kind of sideways right in between all of this price action. It just means that we're neutral. You know, market's not holding over or under any of that spot, right? So market's just kind of sideways and neutral, not really doing too much here. But yeah, we do have the Saudi Aramco guy speaking right now, but outside of that, we can look for this range to break though now, potentially, if we might get a nice range. You know, I think if we look at the Sunday open range here as well, like look, we have this really clean range right here too. So I'm gonna watch that here, because like look, we have this really obvious sideways range. It kind of positions itself under the 200 exponential. When the range starts to break, it's actually breaking down under some longer term milestone levels. And so, you know, we can also look for an upside break here as well, but I think this makes sense to watch. Just wait for this range to crack. We'll see what it does, but yeah.
And yeah, I'm not going to pretend I understand, you know, the details of what all that would entail, Sam, but I understand the gist of your explanation. So thank you.
I did watch the UFC, Farmer. I did watch it. As much as I hate to say it, I was wrong. Yeah, 8 a.m. brokers coming. Yeah, you kind of see NASDAQ down now. Is it time to buy this? Are you guys bullish or bearish right here on the NASDAQ? Let me know. Here's the S&P today. S&P at 74.10. So here's the S&P. But are y'all bullish or bearish today, guys? What do y'all think? Bullish?
Yeah.
You're always bullish, bro.
I know I am. Because I'm a positive guy.
Yeah. I believe that, dude. I believe you. You know. Bull or bear? Chat. Let me know right now. I see bull, bear, bearish. You were wrong, John. I definitely was wrong about the UFC, bro. I'd never hear the end of it. Honestly, I told my friend that too. You know, like I've talked to a bunch of different people, a couple different friends about the stream. Told him there's no chance Strickland was winning. You know. Well, guys, here we are. You know, y'all were right. I was wrong. You know.
In the words of Charlie Murphy, wrong.
Yeah. Look.
And I only understand a little bit, Sam, because I watched a few documentaries on that type of thing. Again, I'm not going to pretend to understand the details of it, but I've watched a little bit about the basic process.
All right, guys. So NASDAQ, S&P, straights are open. Markets are at all-time highs. No, they're not. Prior to CPI release, don't be bullish. Yeah, I think maybe we're just going to chop sideways. It's hard to tell. What's up, Robert? What's up, TJ? John, Ed, Robert Butler, pull back today. Bullish. Yeah, bearish. Omega bear. Okay. Bull, bearish today. Bearish, bearish. We're breaking down. I don't want to be negative, but if we lose memory, it could be. Yeah. Melt up before crash. Bearish. Straights are open. CPI tomorrow. It's a big day. It's a big release. So I do see something that shows up. The chairman of the Iranian Parliament's Energy Commission says Iran's oil export is unstoppable. The production in various oil fields of the country continues continuously. And there is no special problem in the field of production. End quote. I don't think it's really moving anything here, though. Here's the NASDAQ. We look at a longer-term chart here.
Aramco CEO, the market has seen a supply loss of about 1 billion barrels of oil.
Yeah.
And Aramco CEO Nasser, that was partially offset by alternative flows bypassing Hormuz's strategic reserve release. Reserve release.
I see I see the V talking about South Korea ship hit by an unidentified flying object. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's an alien thing. Like, come on now, get out of here with that, bro. Like, they, it's not like aliens would be like, yo, you know what? We gotta, this ship, we can't let the ship pass here. You know what I mean? Like, of course not. Yeah. Of course not. Don't
you scoff at me stuff.
Yeah, of course it's not aliens. Like, I feel like people just want, like, they just want a story. Like, of course it's not.
What do you think about the eight-pointed star UFO video? I thought that was pretty neat.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I believe in. I mean, I'm not going to go into what I believe in terms of aliens. But I definitely think it's possibility. I'm a big Ancient Aliens guy. I like watching Ancient Aliens. So
I think it would be hubristic to think we're the only ones, in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think going back to the ship hit, of course it's not aliens, bro. What do you think it is? You think it's aliens, or you think that like it's probably a drone of some sort or some type of
I think it was aliens.
Yeah. All right, guys. So does the NASDAQ go back? At this point in time, I just have to bet on choppy trends. If we rejected the VWAP and the 200 exponential here on the NASDAQ, maybe I'll like this a little bit more. But right now, we're just kind of choppy, and we're not really doing anything. Like I said, I'm a big Ancient Aliens guy. I like Ancient Aliens.
Me too. I really don't like the first 3 or 4 seasons, though, because after that, it kind of gets a little sketchy, less believable. Less information-backed.
Yeah. So I see some news that just dropped. Iranian spokesperson for the National Security Committee says Bahrain and the UAE are still on the wrong path, according to Al Mayadeen. So I don't think that's moving things. Saudi Aramco CFO Al Murshed says we continue to add new funding sources to our existing instruments, including bonds and other stuff, to further strengthen our financial agility. In the first quarter, we produced 12.6 million barrels of oil equivalent per day. So we do have him speaking right now, but I don't know if this is really moving anything. I think the NASDAQ's pretty sideways today, guys. Pretty sideways. Not doing too much. Yeah, I don't know. Regarding Ancient Aliens. I'm trying to figure out if I should buy or sell right now. Part of me is like, hey, buy it. We're in the bottom of the long-term range. The other part of me is like, well, yeah, but this big green action, or this big red action that we got under the 200 exponential previous closing price, volume weighted average price right here, could signal a turn to the bearish side. And I'm really not sure who's right here. I don't know who's right or wrong in that context. I really don't know. Chat, do you guys trade futures, stocks, both? Let me know. I'm curious what you guys trade. What's your main trading instrument? Options? I've been thinking about getting into some options lately. But let me know. Do you guys trade futures, stocks, options? What do you guys trade? Both. Stocks, options, crypto, futures, options, futures, crypto, options and stocks, options, short options, futures, all of the above, both. Just futures for the taxes. Yeah, I feel you. Options, options, no options, only futures, options only. Both, but I primarily sell options against cash and stock equities. Crypto, I trade losses. Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all, dude? Futures, swings, investments, never options.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, Pokemon cards. Hey, listen, I feel you. I get it. Don't like the applied volatility of options. Options.
Is there any one?
Who knew we had so many options traders in here?
Is there any one sector of the ones being mentioned that has the like the greatest possibility of for profit, or like the greatest profit?
Number one, hold real quick.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Oil just dipped at the volume weighted average price here as well. I mean, it's hard to say. I would say you got the potential for profit in futures. You also got the potential for losses. Same thing with options, you know. You can all make money. Hold on, the NASDAQ. Hold on, wait. NASDAQ is. There's a big red candle in the NASDAQ. Let's see what's going on here. I mean, you can make money in all of them. In terms of bang for your buck, options are good, futures are good. We continue to add new funding sources. More than 60% of our operating cash flow in 25 is available for shareholder distributions and external investments, the highest cash availability among our peers. SanDisk is now falling down. Too. Yeah, look at this. Let me check a tweet here. Hold on. I don't see any tweets. Oh, there's some red action showing up in charts here. Look at the red. NASDAQ is falling down. SanDisk is falling down. MU falling down a little bit here. Is oil up? Well, see, oil's not going up with it, so this has got to be a stock-related move of some sort. It seems like it's got to be stock-related. Yeah, because look at the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ just cracked under that 2920 low. Starting to retrace back up some, though, here. But yeah, futures are better for day trading, I think, as well, Scale.
Future swings and investments, never options. Okay, Sam. Also, how'd that medicine go down, buddy? You good?
Yeah, we'll see what CPI brings tomorrow. But yeah, CPI tomorrow is going to be interesting. We also have, again, like I said earlier, we have WASH. Vote on WASH confirmation is tomorrow as well.
Trade.
We're at 29,285s right now. 29,285s. Who bought Target with me? I'm still in Target, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm still in Target. Average price 86.50s. So, you love to see it. You love to see it. People hated on me for buying Target when I did too.
Wow, they have good nachos.
Yeah. I went to Target the other day, bro. I feel like every time I'm there, I go buy Target stuff. My kids, bro, they're just adding stuff to the cart, bro. I'm stressed out when they're doing it. I'm like, what the heck?
You guys start slapping stuff out of their hands, you know?
I feel like we buy like 3 little flimsy things and it's like $800. You know, like we get like some popsicles. You know what I mean? They get like a book. You know, uh,
It's just,
we get some paper
it's just
plates, $500 at Target, bro. What's going on there, dude?
dude, it's just like that now. Like, if you can't get a decent basket full of groceries, at least where I live, for less than $300 to $400, and that's just for like a mostly full basket.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I mean, dude, when I was a kid, you could get two baskets full of groceries for like $200.
Yeah, so I think sorry to pivot away from this. So the news that we have going on right now, so the Saudi Aramco CEO is still speaking. He said if the current disruptions continue at this rate, market will lose around 100 million barrels of oil every week the strait remains closed. There's an apparent disconnect between futures and physical markets as evidenced by strong refining margins that reflect market tightness. But yeah, he said, again, if the current distributions continue at this rate, market will lose around 100 million BPD every week the strait remains closed. 100 million barrels of oil every week the strait remains closed. That's probably what made the market fall a little bit here, but we'll see.
All right, good to know, Sam. Hope you get to feeling better, man. Nice gold push. Is gold jumping up a little bit?
Let's take a look at it. Here's gold. Yeah, gold's ripping right now.
Where's it at compared to where it was?
4700s. It was at 4670s. Like, look, you can kind of see it on the screen. 4700s now for gold. So gold is ripping back up here, guys. Interesting.
What's the impetus for that, you guys? Is it just the is oil pumping too?
No, oil's actually falling a little bit right now.
Really?
So here's oil. Okay. Not a lot, but oil's down a little bit here. It's under the 200 exponential now, under the VWAP. It's still falling. So interesting market, kind of a disconnect. I think foreign stuff is just less impactful right now. Gold surge.
Yeah.
SoftBank Sun is considering a multi-billion-dollar investment, according to sources. Bear long on oil futures. Correlations are all out of whack. Yeah, it's a little different for sure right now. I think Middle East stuff's just not moving markets nearly as much, in all honesty.
Saudi Aramco, there's an apparent disconnect between futures and physical markets as evidenced by strong refining margins that reflect market tightness. And we expect demand rationing to continue as long as supply remains disrupted through the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, look, here's gold. Here's silver. The gold and silver flying up. Silver back up to 83s. Look at silver here. So silver's running right now. Silver's been wild too. If you look at a long-term chart here, silver's been crazy. Silver 12 months ago was $31 an ounce. It's currently at $83 an ounce. Hit highs of 120, 178 an ounce earlier. So silver's been freaking nuts, man. It's been crazy. We'll see if the silver swings continue.
I need silver to hit like $1,000 an ounce is what I need.
$1,000 an ounce.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind gold hitting, $30,000 an ounce either.
Yeah.
Let it push, guys. Let it push. I'm for it. I mean, it would.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silver can't be mined. It's a byproduct. What is it a byproduct of? Because no, I didn't know that.
All right. Let's continue to watch oil. Oil's at 98. Again, guys, are y'all bullish or bearish right now? I don't know what to do with markets here. I really don't. Markets are just kind of weird.
Those silver miners aren't real. The byproduct of the earth.
Nothing's real.
Yeah, I guess
bro.
so.
Nothing's real.
I'm a rooster illusion,
Yeah. Gold price is a reflection of the dollar's buying power. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Dixie here, I've seen a couple people mention this in the dollar index.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a direct correlation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at I'm still looking at MU as well as SanDisk. SanDisk is now technically red on the day. Yeah, the oil going down, and dollar index, I don't know though, man. I mean, it's down over the last few days, but we got the Dixie up a little bit today. And the Dixie's going to be interesting to watch into CPI's print tomorrow. XRP could go, DRAM. Yeah. That's why, you know, I'm watching SanDisk and MU. Really, we just have sideways. We have sideways chop right now. Okay, sideways chop. Saudi Aramco CEO says even in the most optimistic scenario, energy and commodity supply chains will need several months to return to the pre-conflict traffic as vessels reroute or avoid being idle. And again, this came after the president blasted Iran's response as, quote, totally unacceptable. Yeah, so here's that. This is what the Saudi Aramco guy said right here. So you can I put it up in chat right there so you can kind of read it. But oil's continuing to kind of fall down. The NASDAQ, the only real trading idea. What's your trade idea for the NASDAQ today? Again, you can let me know if you're bull or bearish, but explain it a little bit further. The only thing I can really see today is we got two things. You could attack the range here. Here's the range of the entire Monday session so far. Here's Sunday's open right here. We opened up a little bit lower, rebounded, broke all-time highs, and then we basically been chopping ever since. Now, with that said, you got a couple ideas you can get from this here. Number one is you could simply wait for this to break and, you know, attack that direction, whichever way it does break. Obviously, I think if we're looking at some big levels here in markets, I think you got to pay attention to the low of this range here for Sunday. Sunday's open, and really it's 225 roughly. You got the all-time highs right above us here, so this 29,399 level in the NASDAQ is the all-time high level. So this is all-time highs on the NQ. Again, 29,399.75. So that is all-time highs. Or you could just attack this range. Meaning you can buy around the bottom and just kind of wait. You know, it depends on which bottom you're getting in, but, you know, markets are kind of pricing that in some here. And, yeah, I guess another big question is, do we break all-time highs today, guys? Do we break all-time highs? It's a little bit slower morning. So we got less going on, but do we break all-time highs today?
I don't think so. Maybe. Wait,
I think we could. We're pretty close to all-time highs. All-time highs, again, guys, are right here.
I was going to say, let me retract my previous statement while I ask how close we are, because I honestly wasn't paying attention to that.
Honestly, bro, you said it already. We're locked in on that. So Britt says no.
No!
Britt says no here, guys. Britt says no. S&P all-time highs. Let's take a look at this one here. So here's the S&P. S&P all-time highs are 74.27. So we hit that, what, Friday? Yeah, we hit that Friday. Here's all-time highs on the S&P. So we're really not that far away from the S&P either. The S&P's got a little bit cleaner of a range here. We have the previous closing price here at 74.20s. So we will watch for this, but so far we're kind of boring right now in the S&P.
You should have played our new intro again at the beginning of all this.
Oh, this one right here?
The show has started. Somewhere between FOMO and regret, it's the BGT show, staring down the market every morning. Your host, the man, the myth, the mildly over-caffeinated legend, John at BGT, and joining him, broadcasting from a secure, undisclosed, totally real location. A beacon of dishonesty, the man that leads John astray, the faceless phantom of questionable fills. Is it Britt, Brent, Brick, Brett? Nobody knows for sure, but we just call him Britt. Strap in, traders. The market is open, the risk is real, and your stop losses are purely theoretical. Britt, we scoff at you. Good morning.
Britt, we scoff at you. Claude made that. I was just like, create me an intro, and that's what came out of it. So shout out to Claude. Claude did that for me in about 10 minutes, bro. 10 minutes. Claude did that. So, Britt, we scoff at you today. All right.
Don't you scoff at me.
Oh, we're scoffing. You know, we're the main scoffers here today. Yeah. Yeah, I like how they ended it. Britt, we scoff at you. Look at oil coming down here. So oil falling. Look at oil dip here. So hold on. I'm just gonna put it out there.
96.80.
I wanted to short it earlier. I wanted to short it. You know, the beacon of dishonesty, Britt, talked me out of it. Probably.
I did not. It was actually our intro was what tanked oil. It was so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, oil coming down here. I don't really see a reason here though for oil. The industry needs to address its declining reserves and will have to divert cash to achieve this, the Saudi Aramco CEO says. Yeah, so again, same Saudi Aramco CEO says even in the most optimistic scenario, energy and commodity supply chains will need several months to return to the pre-conflict traffic as vessels reroute or avoid being idle. But oil did just crack the, you know, some of the lows from this morning. Immediately rebounded back up here, though. But look at oil right here. So I'm watching it.
When oil is below 80s again, you might have a Rip Van Winkle situation going on there if that's what you're waiting on.
I'm pretty sure that's a Green Day song, Britt. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wake me up when oil's below $80.
Yeah, that's
exactly how it goes.
I'm pretty sure that is a song. Yeah, I'm tempted to buy it here though. Should I buy this? All right, we're gonna try. Am I gonna miss my buy opportunity? Here's the NASDAQ. Here's oil. Should I buy this, chat? Should I buy oil right now? Is oil a buy?
Tell him so he can blame you for it later.
Oh, I'm definitely going to blame you guys. This is your moment here, chat. You'll either get my never-ending praise or my never-ending criticism.
Scorn.
Yeah. Scorn, that's right. No, don't buy oil. Long. Yes. Please, no. No? It? Okay. Oil is a buy right now, so you say. Buy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Should I buy it right here? I don't freaking know, man. I'm in here. You know.
Should you go?
It's going to be small if I do buy oil here.
Buy it, John. Buy
It's going to be micro oil as well.
You know you want to. Everybody's doing it.
Long oil. Buy it. All right. 2 contracts right here, guys. 2 contracts. You know, Britt told me not to do it, and, you know, he's a beacon of dishonesty. So, let me go ahead and say
everybody literally just heard me say buy it.
Yeah, don't get... hopefully Britt doesn't get too upset. Like, of course you're going to turn it to the heel, bro. I'm the best at everything, and you're a beacon of dishonesty, right? Like, that's how the show needs to go. All right. Who cares whether you've been right about being long, you know, most of the time? Who cares about that? All right.
You got great instincts, John, is what it is.
Backstreet Boy says bye, bye, bye. Yeah, I'm in here. We're green, but it's very small. Like, we're in here. We're green. It's very small. This is my actual funded account, too, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, Britt's basically the punching bag of the stream, is what it is. You know?
I'm turning it around.
I expect you guys to continue that dynamic. Like, it's on you guys to help me reinforce that dynamic here. You know? We got to get Britt used to it. All right, oil rebounding here some. Very small trade here, but...
You know what? I'm going home. Tired of this abuse.
I know, dude. Stay home, bro. So, Britt, how have you liked being on stream lately?
I mean, other than...
Hang up on him. Hang up on you, Britt. Get out of here with that, dude. We're going to hang up on you, bro. Tell me he's going home, bro. I will send him home. You know?
Can you hear me?
Britt, take that. I just hung up on you. You know? You're still talking to yourself.
I can't hear you.
Can you not hear me?
Now it can. It takes when you bring me back in, it takes like 10 or 15 seconds for you to kind of ungarble.
Okay. Yeah. Britt.
So I'm assuming you hung up on me intentionally just to be a butt.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did.
Well, I was saying that until I so rudely hung up on that, I mostly enjoy being on stream. Everybody's really nice. I learned some stuff, and when somebody does mess with me, the stream seems to come to my defense, and I appreciate it.
Listen, they're like a wolf pack, bro.
Yeah,
I believe that. I believe that.
Sam says he'll teach me order flow trading, and then I'll be better than you.
Yeah.
I'm down to learn it. I am not really sure what it is. I mean, I kind of can maybe suss it out a little bit based on the name, but I'm down to learn it.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit off here. We're just going to take one off. Be nice to your friend. He's supposed to be your friend. I know. But the thing about it is he's really my friend. So, like, he's been my friend for 20 years now. And so if I don't mess with him, something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's my job. It's my duty, some would say, to troll my friend a little bit. I think that when you're really friends with somebody, that's what you do. NASDAQ coming down a little bit here.
I appreciate the defense, but I mess with John too. Y'all just don't really see it.
Yeah.
I give John a hard time when it's just me and him, like playing Xbox and whatnot.
Yeah. Top 3 chat, that's right. Yeah, top 3 chat who told me not to buy oil here. I'm now green. Oil's rising, I'm just gonna put that out there.
Jesus. They're really lighting into you.
I know, dude. Honestly, they're just trying to troll. It's all right. Real friends build each other up.
It's your job to treat your friends with respect, dumbass. I appreciate it, you guys. Like,
Oh man.
But me and John have been buddies since we were 15.
No, it's your job. If you're really friends with somebody, I don't know what kind of friends y'all have. If you're really truly, hold on, let me take. I'm out of this trade. If you're really friends with somebody, you're gonna troll them and mess with them. It's mostly sarcastic though. Britt knows I'm not serious.
No, John is actually a very encouraging friend. You guys,
yeah, dude, I'm a good friend to them.
But I really do appreciate you guys jumping to my defense.
Yeah. Look, we got in oil at the right time. Oil's starting to rebound back up.
I told you a dumbass.
they're so angry, bro. Like they're at home. Like you can tell. Like, look, I'm gonna put this out there. Okay, I'm gonna say this. One of the characteristics of intelligence is being able to identify sarcasm. Me messing with Britt is pure sarcasm. Of course, I'm not bullying him genuinely. Like, I'm just messing with him because he's my friend, and most of it is sarcastic. And so, a side of high intelligence is being able to identify sarcasm and understand it. And so
that's why I can't identify it.
Right, those that are upset about me messing with my friend a little bit, I'm just looking at you guys, Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying that's why I can't identify sarcasm? I'm a dummy?
That's right, Britt. That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. That's the whole point of everything I just said. It was targeting you. It was being mean to you, Britt. That's right. Not the chat, for sure. I know, that's what it was.
No, I mean, like, we actually did have a friend who was like what you guys are describing, and we excised that fool from our lives a while back.
Yeah, we had one of those friends that were genuinely mean. Like, they would genuinely, like, if you
to
think
cut
I'm
you
mean
down
to
to
Britt,
make themselves look better.
right? Like, I don't say anything actually mean to Britt. I just kind of mess with him. We had a friend that was actually mean. Yeah. What about Strickland? Yeah, I was smart until Strickland won, and then we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that today. Shh. Friend protection services. Yeah. You are a born bully. It's funny because Britt actually knows me and knows that that's complete opposite of how I really am. I'm pretty quiet until I'm jokey. Like, I'll joke around a lot, but I'm not really mean to anybody.
Yeah, John's never a bully.
Yeah, Shh,
never.
Yeah.
John, see, like John is not a bully. John only bullies children and old people. Animals.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Like,
dogs, puppies.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, puppies. I'm trying to think of what else. Hamsters. Brit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John juggles hamsters, actually.
That is a hobby of mine, man. That is a hobby. All right. So we're green. Oil did rebound back up, so we bought it at the right time. We're now out of it now. I don't know what we're gonna do here. We'll see. Here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ at 29,280s. Sea turtles. Yeah, hostage. Strickland did jab his way to the belt, bro. Honestly, I don't think Strickland knows what a hook is, dude. I don't think he knows what a hook is, bro. He never even threw a straight. Like he never threw a cross. Or no, he never threw a straight. I mean,
I heard he injured his right shoulder going into the fight, though. I mean, maybe it's not true, but that's what I heard.
It's hard to tell because that's how he normally fights as well. But like he barely threw anything besides a jab. It was literally just a jab, 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 jab. I think Hamza just had a bad weight cut. Is really what it was.
Probably.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Fimi, my guy? What's up, dude? I still got to get back to you, bro. Sorry, it's been hectic, bro. My kids have had baseball, softball, sports in general. And then I was sick, and then it's just been a freaking mess. But I got you, Fimi. I want you to come on stream one day, dude. I'll message you.
My only ever IQ, age 16, was 155. That's pretty good. Mine was like 155 and a half.
Yeah, you know? Mine was 156.
Dang, bested again.
No, mine wasn't anywhere near that.
Honestly, no, mine wasn't either.
Mine was. I'm not gonna say what mine was, but
mine was.
It wasn't low. It wasn't low. It was. I'm not gonna be specific. I don't think it's gonna welcome anything. You know.
I don't know if it's true, but mine was like supposedly in like the 130s range.
Yeah. I believe that. You know. All right, so Saudi Aramco CEO Nasser stated that issues became apparent in April due to vessels on their way since March, and the effects will be more noticeable in May and June as the stocks decrease. Spot, man. Look at silver. Silver's one of the big stories of the day, though. Look at silver here. $84 an ounce for silver.
Dang, and what was it when we started streaming, roughly?
It was probably at like 81.5 when we started streaming, maybe like 81s. Gold is up a lot as well. Look at gold. Gold is up to 47. Not as much as silver, though. Silver's up a lot more. But gold is up a significant amount, like a pretty big amount.
Man, well, you know, in the words of the illustrious coach John Wooden, goodness gracious sakes alive.
Yeah. Any ideas on gold? I mean, ideas? It's up a lot. I don't know if momentum's going to keep it up. It's underperforming silver a little bit. But, you know, you got the previous closing price in gold right here. So here's the previous gold at previous closing price in gold at 47.2370s. And then you have 46.5s right here. So we're looking at that, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm maybe looking for a gap fill in gold, but not 100% sure. So we'll see.
How can you not be 100% sure, John? What's wrong with you?
I know, dude. I know.
Do you want to own silver or gold in 2 years, or do you want to own the gold mine? Well, if I have to choose, I want to own the mine. Can you help me out with that? Like, are you offering a mine?
I'll take it, Todd. I'll take that. You know,
thanks, dude.
I will accept that. You know, it's a token of friendship.
I knew by your name you were generous.
Yeah, it's a token of friendship. You know, I'll wait for that. Just mail it to me. You know. All right. Anyways, where's oil at? Is oil continuing to rebound? So oil got up to the 200 EMA. It kind of looks like a short here, though. Let me see. All right, we'll try to short it. All right, so we're short oil now. We have a cushion on the day, though, at this point in time. Very small. We're trying to build up our cushion, so.
I now know only two bully.
Yeah.
They're still calling you a bully.
I know.
Oh my god. I don't know why this is so funny, but it is.
I'll accept that. Listen, if that's who I am, that's who I am. You know, I'm really, like I said,
John's only a bully in ping pong.
right. Look, if oh, hold on. Of course, let me get out of this right now. Shit.
Did you miss your trade?
No, something just happened with oil that spiked it. Some type of news just happened with it.
Let's see if we can find out what it is.
This is definitely a catalyst driven. Look at oil spike just now. Huh. I mean, Hassett speaking, but that's not what this is.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Oil just spiked $1 a share. It's hard to day trade futures with this type of dynamic here. Did the NASDAQ fall on this? Yeah, NASDAQ down, oil up.
Real man of genius.
Well, I saw that Trump, that Trump shut down the proposal by Iran. But like this is catalyst of some sort. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but I can't find the catalyst.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't think it's Hassett speaking. Hassett says core inflation has averaged 2.6% over the last 6 months. Says stocks are performing strongly due to unexpected earnings results. Inflation is decreasing at a small scale level.
Stocks performing strongly due to unexpected earnings results.
Yeah, I don't think that's it either.
No, it's not.
Here we go. Hassett says China. Iran says we deployed deep roaming submarines in the Strait of Hormuz. That's what it is.
Oh.
Iran says we deployed deep roaming submarines in the Strait. Yeah, it's definitely a catalyst though.
They're probably just conducting like oceanographic research, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's, yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that's what this is. Unfortunately, it's hard to trade markets whenever, you know, one catalyst can just move it. But yeah, it's Iran has deployed submarines in the Strait of Hormuz is the catalyst now. We're not honestly down that much. We were up a little bit on the day already, so we're still okay. But we'll try to fight our way back towards the opening bell. But yeah, this is the new catalyst at moving markets. Submarines here, guys. Submarines.
Only the world could be at peace. We'll be talking straight up hummus instead. I love hummus.
I do too. Hummus is an acquired taste though. I used to work at a Lebanese place and you know, at first I didn't like hummus, but like I slowly kind of started trying it. I started dipping my pita bread in it, and then now I'll eat it with anything really. I'll eat bacon.
It's so delicious.
I'll eat all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. I used to not work at a Lebanese place, and now I still don't.
Yeah. I don't want to be specific about the restaurant. It's a great restaurant though. You know. And oil now is the new crypto. Yeah, oil. I don't know. No, go ahead, Brett. I'm reading the chat.
Oh, I was gonna say just throwing this out there. I've never seen one, but I think a drive-through Greek and Lebanese place would be awesome.
They probably got. I mean, we have like one in the Woodlands where it's like a buffet. It's like a buffet Greek Lebanese place. It's not Greek, it's Lebanese, but
it was really good.
Yeah. They're gonna open the Strait. I don't think so. I think this news is just we got Hassett speaking right now. He says there's no rush with Iran talks as the economy on the brink. Says Iran economy on the brink of collapse. High energy prices are very unlikely to cause a U.S. recession. China might want to reevaluate its relationship with Iran. And Hassett says that we enter the Trump President Xi meeting with high ambitions. But yeah, the news that spiked oil is Iran is deploying deep roaming submarines in the Strait of Hormuz.
You think it's a bluff?
I don't necessarily think it's a bluff. I don't know. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not.
Hummus with olive oil and smoked paprika. I like that. I like my hummus with garlic and pine nuts.
Hassett says that I don't want some giant new bureaucracy to approve AI.
New bureaucracy.
Yeah, just be careful. This news-driven market based off of Iran is tough to freaking
John, can we get silver added to the watch list?
I mean, we're watching this, but I'm looking at silver today for sure. Even if it's not on there. Silver up to 84s right now. So I'm definitely watching silver today. We're going to look at it deeper, closer to the opening bell in 40 minutes, but we're watching it for sure. You know?
What if the submarines they deployed ran directly into the mines they deployed?
What do you guys think we get for CPI tomorrow? You guys think are you bullish or bearish on CPI? CPI will be interesting, I think.
I think it's going to come in higher than what they expected.
Really? I don't know. They're already expecting a pretty high, like pretty high margin here for it. So like they're already expecting kind of a lot for it here.
Well, I hope I'm wrong.
Like it's already expected at 3.8% tomorrow. Oh yeah, I don't think I've done a poll today here.
Yeah, maybe do a poll on that.
What, on CPI?
Yeah.
Does tomorrow's CPI print show higher or lower than expected? Higher, lower. There we go. Poll is now live. Vote on the poll, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I see 4.1, 4% yes. China CPI was bad and they aren't funding a war. Higher. Yeah, vote on the poll. 84% so far think higher inflation data than expected.
I'm just basing that on like the grocery and gas prices I've been seeing recently. Of course, I kind of live out in the country, and so my prices are higher than a lot of people's probably.
Yeah, than the city. You know, city gets quicker shipping. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, look at silver. Silver just broke highs of the day. It got up to 84.17s now for silver. So it just ripped all the way up to highs. Oil kind of, retracing a little bit here, but it did spike on this news. Part of me thinks maybe I should just range trade the market today ahead of CPI. Like with CPI coming out tomorrow, maybe markets are just nervous. They don't really know what we're going to get, so they're kind of just...
Country Brit and Bayou Brick. I mean, I've been to the Bayou a lot, but I'm definitely more country than Bayou.
Something isn't right away about the way the market's behaving. Feels manipulated. I mean, it's definitely manipulated a little bit. I think insider trades are going on. We talked about this before. Just regarding everything, some insider trades have been going on both sides, I think, All right, looking at the poll, 72% think higher than expected, 28% think lower. Yeah, if we get past some of this high volume area, the volume profile, I might actually take some trades here, but higher fuel and energy prices, CPI will be higher than expected. Yeah, most people voting higher, 95 votes, 72% think higher than expected. So most people are expecting higher. Remember, it's expected at 3.8%, though. That's the only reason where I'm like, well, 3.8% is already kind of a high expectation. If we show higher than 3.8%, if we get into like the fours, that's when we can really start to see some negative reactions to CPI. So if we get into like 4 point something percent, that might freak people out, realistically.
I gotta say, I hope everyone who voted with me along with me is wrong. Like, I really hope inflation is in lower, or at least where they expect, but hopefully lower.
I do too. I mean, I don't want it to be high. More negative reactions, obviously, if we're high, but
yeah. Brit is a top 3 noodler. Actually, it's funny you say that because I was just going to suggest to John seriously that he and I should go on a noodling vacation and then see if he knew what noodling was.
You talking about sticking your hand and grabbing fish out the water?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know all about noodling, bro. I would say I'm the top 3 best noodler in the state.
Yeah. The bayou is basically a swamp, but with a bunch of interconnected waterways and a lot more actual trees, like cypress trees and things like that, as opposed to just like a bog.
Yeah.
Talking to Violet.
Silver up. Hexeth. Submarines in Hormuz now. Yeah, that's the news that spiked oil. We're kind of coming back down though. Oil, we're so choppy in markets right now. We're just not really doing anything easy. So.
I mean, it's terrible to be lost in, Violet, but it's actually really cool. I mean, there's tons of wildlife if you like fishing and bird watching and just nature in general. It's actually very pretty. You just got to know when to go because it can be miserably hot.
Yeah, I don't hate oil at like 98, but so the music group is going to buy Recognition Music Group from Blackstone in a $4 billion deal. Hassett said not going to give advice about Fed interest rates. Don't want some new giant bureaucracy to approve AI. Buy gold. You talk too much about your noodles. Straight as international waters. I know ramen noodles. 26 billion investigation. Yeah. All right, guys. Listen, we got 30 minutes until the market opens. Market's kind of boring today. We just don't have a lot going on. I think ahead of CPI inflation data, like it makes sense, right? A lot of the time, some of the best days to attack ranges are ahead of big economic reports, just because the market is a little bit more apprehensive to take big positions because of that dynamic here. So, yeah.
White House senior advisor has said, if I were the Fed governor, I would see through the supply shock. I don't know. Okay.
And he's basically saying be more forward looking. Don't worry too much about inflation. You got to look past it, is what he's saying. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that's what he's trying to explain in that comment is, you know, basically don't focus too much on the inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict. Instead, look past it and make decisions based on where.
Basically, he's saying it's transitory.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. He's saying look past it. Don't worry about it that much, guys. You know.
John and Britt should go together on vacation to Thailand or Bali.
I had a friend that just got back from Thailand.
Yeah, wasn't he?
Hold on. Here's the 9 a.m. market movement here. So the market moves some at 9 o'clock. NASDAQ is starting to dip a little bit. All right, NASDAQ is actually. Yeah, look, so here's the 9 a.m. open. Oil coming all the way back down here. Look at that, it's at 97.7s here. So red in the oil market. NASDAQ is actually pushing up a little bit at the 9 a.m. open. Is this the song? Bro, I thought I deleted the song from my playlist. Bro, this song is the song that keeps coming back. I refuse to allow that song right now. Yeah, song is back. The song is Good Luck, my favorite song. It's time to short the song. Thank you for deleting that song. Is it the thong song? No. You know. Alright, guys. NASDAQ is right there at the 200 EMA though. Oil coming down. Can you tell me the name of the song? I'll play it on my PC. Hey, later, Digital. Have a good day, brother. Market to rally with Bitcoin. Well, honestly, the NASDAQ's starting to come back down a little bit right now. We're at 294s. So we'll see what happens, but NASDAQ's kind of falling. Is the laughing guy bullish or bearish? I would say he's kind of bearish. You know, if the laughing song plays, it's not good, I think. You know, oil's continuing to fall down here though. Look at oil. So I think this is mostly just the 9 a.m. movement in markets right now, but we'll see. Activation of alerts of South Haifa was due to the launch of interceptor missile. OpenAI has decided to purchase Tomorrow, which is a firm specializing in applied AI consulting and engineering. U.S. found a violation of 6 and 337. Look at oil, though. Continuing to fall down at 97.20s here, 97s.
Yeah, it's a violation of the Tariff Act of 1930. That's what you're referring to. I already looked it up.
Yeah, so Hassett said not going to give advice about Fed interest rates either. We'll see what Marsh... Like, Marsh is supposed to get confirmed today, as long as he gets the votes.
OpenAI starts Open AI deployment company to assist organizations in creating and implementing AI systems.
What did NVIDIA have to retrace the 200s?
Israeli army activation of alerts south of Haifa was due to the launch of the interceptor missile.
Yeah, so I just talked about that actually. Oh, it's hard to figure out. Like, it's hard to follow all the stuff going on. I see the Saudi Aramco CEO says Yanbu North and South have 5 million BPD export capacity. We're in the process of looking at and expanding that. But I do see the NASDAQ and oil both fall down here. I mean, we had the submarine news. I don't think it's affecting markets like that, though. Yeah, so I don't necessarily think the sub news is affecting markets like that. Strickland, bro. I know, dude. I know I would eat shit today from this. I knew it. As soon as Bruce Buffer was like, and knew, I was like, yeah, I'm about to eat it for this, man. I knew it. I know it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm sorry. I knew it.
Did you already read the thing about Yanbu North?
Yeah, I read that one already.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, about the Aramco guy. Yeah, so I read that already. We're at 97s here. Let's see. You know what I'm wondering about, guys? And maybe you guys can help me with this. I'm wondering about single stock futures. Like, we're supposed to get single stock futures this summer. But we heard about this earlier this year, and then we haven't heard anything yet about single stock futures. It says coming this summer. Like, if you look at the CME Group website, and I think this will be great for, like, prop firms as well. Single stock futures. We're going to have, like, futures on Apple, Amazon, NVIDIA. We're actually going to get to trade futures on stocks coming this summer.
Later, Sam. Feel better.
Yeah, have a good day, Sam. Sorry you don't feel good, brother. But yeah, we're supposed to get this starting this summer. And so we'll see what happens, but I want some updates on single stock futures. We're supposed to get them. All right, guys, 24 minutes left. 24 minutes. Who's trying to acquire Tomorrow? I believe OpenAI is who I heard. First move is the wrong move. What did Todd say? BGT?
BTG.
Yeah.
Can you do a timer till open? I can just count
you.
it down for you.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, Brett, just start the countdown right now, you know.
Yeah, 1, 2.
23 minutes. 23 minutes. So you got 22 minutes and 50 seconds. You know, I just count it down from there, bro. That's you.
Yeah, just 10-second increments, huh?
Right. Just, you know, if you don't do this, you're fired. You know.
All right, then. Hen.
Yeah. All right, we're at 97s though for oil. Let's trade some futures today, guys. All right. Oil continues to fall down. It's under 96s. Looking at Nvidia. Nvidia's back up to 213s. Where's the all-time high? Is like 219. So Nvidia's pretty close to all-time highs. If Nvidia finds support at like 212s, Nvidia can break all-time highs today too. And I think obviously that's going to lead the market up. We've seen, you know, RAM and DRAM stocks like MU and SanDisk rip up today. Some. They're slightly green. Oil starting to come down over the last few minutes here, though. Rejected right at the volume weighted average price. So we'll see what that does here. But still kind of quietly waiting right now. Only thing we really have is existing home sales. I think it's existing home sales today, right, chat? We have 10 minutes or 20 minutes left.
Did you put a timer up? I don't see it.
No, I'm getting it right now.
Okay.
Gotta have Claude build it real quick, you know?
Yeah.
There we go. We got about 10 minutes. No news is good news. I think it's pretty quiet today, though. 24/7 stock trading is going to be introduced by the Fed. I like futures because I do not have to follow a bunch of different crap. NASDAQ, know how it breathes. Single stock futures would be more noise. I'm not really a fan. I'm a fan, bro. I like trading individual stocks. I think individual stocks can sometimes be easier to read based off of catalysts and news releases. It's also going to be easier to find, like, an example of it is it's going to be easier to find volatility with single stock futures. Meaning, like, if the NASDAQ S&P is choppy, you can find some, you know, single stocks that are less choppy, less sideways. And I think that'll be a good thing. It'll be easier to find some volatility. If that makes sense. Intel at 131s right now.
Spot silver continues to rise, up 5%.
Yeah, gold up a little bit, but here's silver. Silver up to 85.40s. So silver's actually squeezing right now, man. Look at silver.
Yeah, it is.
I believe it could continue, guys. I believe it could continue. Let's see if it does. I believe silver can fly.
You believe it can touch the sky?
That's right.
Let's see. Intel's ripping up $130.
Yeah, here's silver right here, man. This is a wild squeeze. Yeah, look at this at 85.40s. I know it's kind of boring here today, but we really don't have much news. We don't have much to do. I see Israel rejects decision by European Union ministers to impose sanctions on West Bank settlers.
Of course they do.
Yeah. And again, this comes earlier after White House economic advisor Hassett says the Iran economy is on the brink of collapse, he says.
Yeah, I think they're losing like $100 million a day. I heard.
Yeah, silver squeeze. Should I trade silver today, guys? Put yes or no in chat right now. I'll trade it. I'm not past trading silver here. I'll trade silver. You know? But should I trade it today? It's kind of volatile. Let me know. Should I trade silver?
I don't know. We don't give advice on this channel.
It's more exciting than the NASDAQ is right now. The NASDAQ kind of sucks here. It doesn't look good. So the NASDAQ kind of sucks right now. Oil's a little bit better, but silver is that big move. Let's see. No, of course. Giving 100 points. Touch the sky was... Costco silver is a cheat code with the percentage back. Yeah. They have the physical silver at Costco. The dude sitting next to me on the plane is playing chess on his phone. At the beginning of the flight, he told me I was sitting in the wrong seat. I wasn't. Safe to say he has low IQ. You should see if he understands sarcasm. Yeah, that's the real test today. Silver pushing up. We're at 85.80s here. 85.80s. I said buy gold. You can trade anything. Do whatever Brit's heart desires. You had to buy it like an hour ago like I did. Yeah, if you're going long. I'm not going to short silver, I don't think. Not right now. But the momentum's kind of boring here. Buy oil? Eh. What does Brit want? See how well you trained, Brit. Brit, buy or sell on silver right now?
What's it at?
It's at 85.80s.
I don't know. Start buying. I mean, I don't know if it's going to keep pumping up.
All right, so this is Brit's buy right here. This is kind of a trap for Brit though, because silver's up a lot.
I know, that's why I was considering. That's why I was very unsure, honestly.
Yeah, no, so I'm not going to hold this against Brit, because Brit didn't even want to really answer this. I think silver's up a lot, and we're heading into the opening bell, so I'm not going to hold Brit to that. I think there's a very famous quote, and money is, it goes something like, I might butcher it, but it goes something like, money is made in waiting, not in trading. And I think this is a good example of silver. Maybe if silver dips at the opening bell down to like 84s, 83s, I might be a little bit more enticed to buy it. But for now, it's up a little bit too much short term. We'll see, though. We'll see. Again, gold's up too, man. Gold's up to 47.30s. It's now technically green on the day as well. So.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know how pertinent this is, but Guterres, this is first squawk, without the fertilizer stuck in the Suez, the world will face a serious food security problem. I mean, it's pertinent to, the world, just not necessarily what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, so I see a Qatari tanker, Mizm, halts near the Strait of Hormuz after sudden course change. Reports suggest it may be awaiting Iran's approval to pass. Alright, guys. Gold's still ripping up here. Look at gold. I'm assuming silver is as well. No, silver's actually pulling back a little bit. Gold is starting to kind of get some more attention now. Look at gold.
Be back in a second.
47.30s right now for gold. Gold's up to 47.36. If the world had a food problem, our food would be 500% higher.
What did you just read? I missed it.
Todd's comment in the chat, he said if the world had a food problem, our food would be 50% much higher.
Oh.
I don't know. Food prices have gone up, though.
Oh, they definitely have.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, I'm kind of sitting back here. I don't want to trade too much. All right, guys, we got 13 minutes left into the open. Let's see if we get some good stuff here. Buying since the 20s. All right, guys, ahead of the opening bell, what's your favorite thing to buy right now? You could buy oil, you could buy the NASDAQ, you could buy the S&P, you could buy gold, you could buy silver. What do you want to buy right now in markets? Let me know. Miners. Shorting Applied Digital. A wife. Intel and MU. Bitcoin. Potatoes. Happiness. Bitcoin. Beer. Sitting on hands. Earnings after the bell. Buy puts. DAX 40. Silver. Gold, silver, miner value. John, when you stop buying silver miners, you'll need to have me on the show. Yeah, maybe, brother. With that said, though, gold's still breaking these high levels of the day here. Look at gold. This is gold today, guys. Gold's wild. Circle. Yeah, we're almost to 4740s. Here's silver. Yeah, and Brent always wanting to buy and being right a lot of the time kind of shows the dynamic of markets, especially in this market here. You know, we had some people the other day that were trying to short the NASDAQ like this. And they were mad at me for shorting, and they were making fun of me for shorting. And they're making fun of me for going long short term. And I kind of had to show them this trend. And if you look at the NASDAQ here, like, look at how many green days. Like, look, this is the end of March, right? Since March ended, since April started, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 28, 29 days. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have had 29 days total. Only 6 of them have been red days out of 29 days since April. So, yeah. 23 out of 29 of these days have been green. Oh, no. I can't get it right at the opening. All right. Yeah, we've had what, 6 losing days in the NASDAQ? Is this song again, bro? Is it back? I know some people are just gonna be like, let it play. You ever trade the Dow, John? Not really. I prefer the NASDAQ. I think the NASDAQ just moves cleaner. You know? So I personally prefer the NASDAQ here. But again, I just think it moves cleaner. Everybody's different. Like, people trade different things. They like trading different things. You know. What's your preferred index, chat? I like the NASDAQ personally to day trade. I get trading the Dow. A lot of people are push me and are really about the S&P, and I get it. S&P can be a little bit more. I would say the NASDAQ moves a little bit more. Obviously, the range is larger. The S&P can be cleaner movement sometimes, if that makes sense. But again, it's very subjective. Everybody's kind of different in this way. Let the chaos commence. An omen. That's crazy. I like the song. A little squeezy. Sorry I'm late. NASDAQ for scalping, ES for longer term, S&P here, SPY. Yeah, a lot of people like the S&P. I get it. You know, S&P, the range is smaller, so maybe it can be a little bit more account protecting if that, you know, you can probably trade regular mini contracts a little bit easier on the S&P than the NASDAQ. You buy a mini contract on the NASDAQ, that thing can freaking move. So with that said, the oil's starting to dip a little bit here. What do we have? We have 8 minutes until the opening bell. Okay. DAX 40 German index. Yeah, I've never really messed with it. Less spread on the SPY. Yeah. Less movement, you know. What do you think about Intel? I think it's interesting. It's up a lot. Oracle. Back up some. Oracle range is wild too, though. Silver. Brett's here. He left. I don't know where he went. He's coming back. Gamblers and noobs trade the NASDAQ. Pros trade the S&P, and retirees trade the Dow.
I've been back. I've talked several times in the last few minutes.
Britt, where were you, bro? You know, you weren't here, dude. You weren't here. You know, we needed you, and you weren't there for us, Britt.
I was here in spirit, if that makes you feel better.
I think I heard whispers. You know,
also physically here. I was talking a little bit, not much.
Yeah. Ghost in the machine, bro. That's right.
Just haven't had anything to say. Nothing's happening.
Market's kind of boring right now, man. Tomorrow CPI will be better. But market's kind of like, it's just not doing anything, man. It's really hard to trade this.
I don't know why this is being reiterated, but Israel rejects EU decision on sanctions on Israeli citizens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, bro. They do that, though. You notice they do it.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys. It's time to be serious. Again, if you want to help support the channel, use coupon code BGT. Like, listen, I know I'm the greatest at everything. I understand this, you know. But what we do here is we just give everything away for free. We don't sell a course. We cover breaking news as soon as it happens. We cover all the major economic reports. We trade live every day. Use coupon code BGT to help show your love back. We don't ask for much here. We don't ask for much. If you don't, I'll hate you forever. But listen, we're not going to pressure you to do this. Use coupon code BGT. You can use it on Tradeify. You can use it on Lucid. You can use it on Apex. You can use it on more. Take Profit has a 50% off sale going on right now, guys. 50% right now. 50. I said it. 50%. Check them out, guys. Check them out. Do it now. No activation fee. 50% right now. Take Profit Trader. You can see the link in the description. Check them out. We appreciate the love.
Hit the like button, join the Discord, follow us on X, all that good stuff. We appreciate it.
Yeah, really what you want to tune in for is the economic data, because we cover it faster than everybody else. Okay, so Sitcom says that the U.S. Delbert monitors regional waters as it transits the Arabian Sea during enforcement of the U.S. blockade against Iran. Sitcom forces have redirected 62 commercial ships and disabled 4 to ensure compliance.
President Trump is said to be increasingly frustrated that the Cuban government remains in power despite months of U.S. pressure. Sources say he's been asking advisors why efforts to weaken the regime have not succeeded.
Also, I saw the Pakistani foreign minister says the foreign minister discusses via phone call with Saudi counterpart the developments in the regional situation. But it's honestly... NASDAQ... Hold on, let me see.
Not really reacting to this stuff.
Yeah, silver just broke highs again. Got up to 86 this year, guys. So look at silver pump. So silver's actually moving up.
So I was right again.
Shout out to Kyle Jones here for becoming a member of the channel, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Kyle Jones. Shout out to you, bro. You now have access to these coveted majestic emojis.
You're the greatest, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, look at those emojis, bro. You know?
Those are some beautiful emojis, John.
Yeah. Listen, look at beardless John here, man. I don't know how long it's been since I haven't had a beard, but it's been a while. So I don't know how old that picture is. It's been some time. All right, guys, 3 minutes until the opening bell. 3 minutes.
Already messed up and the market is not even open. Sorry, man.
Hey, thank you, Kyle. Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you do, my guy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We try here. We try.
Thanks to you too, Sam. I'm gonna buy a couple of extra TPT accounts.
Yeah, and now's the time for take profit trader. 50% off is a big deal. I think it's like their first time they've done that much. All right, here we go. Which platform, in your opinion, are the fastest to get funded and cost the least? Well, really, Apex is probably the fastest to get funded that costs the least. You can pass Apex in 1 day. Base account on Apex, if you want the cheapest account, is like $19 and something cents. So it's definitely Apex being the cheapest and the fastest to get funded. And I like Apex a lot. You can use coupon code BGT on Apex. You can find the links to all this stuff in the description. But and they do have end-of-day accounts now.
Oh, wait. We will have a correction today.
Maybe. I did see that this news just came out about 3 minutes ago that Iran makes it clear that Pakistan is the only mediator. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson says our mediator is still Pakistan, which continues its work as the official mediator between Iran and the U.S. Other countries, including Qatar, also have contacts with both sides and share ideas and opinions they deem necessary to with Foreign Minister Arachi. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to put silver up at the opening bell just because I think we should watch it, and I'll probably put like the NASDAQ and the S&P up here as well. Maybe I'll put 4 different windows up. Here's the NASDAQ. Y'all like the 4-window look better? Here's gold. Here's the S&P. I don't mind this look, the 4-window look. I think that you know, that's reasonable. Wait, we don't have oil up though. I'm gonna switch gold out for oil. There we go, that's good. All right, here we go. Here's the opening bell. Good luck, friends. Yeah, I don't know, bull or bear. Let's see. So far, the S&P, NASDAQ, they're kind of trending opposite to each other. S&P's moving up a little bit. Here's oil. Let's get it. Okay. All right, NASDAQ and S&P green a little bit since the opening bell. You can see the NASDAQ right here. It's up.
Hit green on the NASDAQ, yeah.
See what happens. Oil moving up a little bit with us. Silver slowing down some at the bell. 85, 84s for silver.
That's a big green candle.
Yeah, it's kind of big. It's not small.
And it's still going up.
Yeah. NASDAQ's starting to rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, all-time highs on the NASDAQ are right here. So we're basically back up to all-time highs on the NQ. All-time highs are 399.73. We're at 360s here on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is very close to breaking all-time highs again right now. I'm assuming we're going to, but it is the opening bell here, so.
Said all-time high was 73?
All-time high is 399.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard 73.
Yeah, we're getting up there, though. We're close to it.
Yeah. Hitting 380s right now.
Right. We're very close. I'm assuming we're going to make a test for it. Whole market kind of wants that test. All right, so we went up there, we tapped it. We got up to all-time highs. We just tapped all-time highs on the NASDAQ here. Baby tapped it. If we make another rip up though. So we're at all-time highs again.
Might take a minute, but I think we're going to get over it. Yep, over it.
Yep.
Four tens.
So I jumped in this trade right here, guys. Wow. It looks like this was a right trade. Okay. We're going to start liquidating a lot of this here.
Yeah, meeting some resistance here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my P&L thing up. There it is. It's back. Okay, good. I'm trying to get my P&L thing up, but it kind of changes every time. We took a bunch off already, so we had like 5 contracts. We have 1 left. So I will add some to this on the dip and then hold it break even, see if we keep ripping up. But there we go. Yep. I need to add some more to this though. Okay. Let's see if we keep popping. All right. I'm gonna take 1 more off there. The ad worked. We can hold this close to break even now. I don't really like this anymore though. Still rip it up. Wow. It's so strong right here, man. I'm gonna hold it break even now. We've made enough on the trade. I love you. Have a good day. Yeah, I don't really trust this anymore, but I'll give it a second just because we're at all-time highs. But I really don't trust this anymore. I'm going to cut it right here and get out. It might bounce right there, but we made enough on the trade to where we don't have to worry about it too much. But what a rip at the opening bell here, man. The NASDAQ flew at the open. The S&P. All right, dude.
Now we're
I love you, bro. Have a good day, man. Oh, sorry. Headbutted you. Love you, dude. Have a good day. You alright? Alright. Love you, dude. Alright, so we're in the wake of a pullback here. I'm watching the volume profile, though. I don't mind this area right here, though. Here. I'm going to buy this dip. I'm going to buy this dip, maybe add some more to it. I need a little bit of a move up and add to winners versus losers here. I don't think I'm going to.
So you're betting that's gonna meet support and go back up.
Yeah, it's kind of wild though. It's the opening bell here. We're very early. Luckily, we've made enough to where we can kind of take some risk here and mess with this. But the pullbacks are kind of.
Yeah, it's back down in the 60s.
Yeah, well, we started to rebound back up here. We're kind of flat right now. We're break even. There we go. I'm going to take half of this off and just wait now. Give it a little second here. It's kind of retracing a lot of the opening move it made. Luckily, we've been managing right and kind of cutting it along the way down. But yeah, we basically filled that entire move up there. We filled like 3/4 of that whole move up, 75% of that entire move up here. So now we just got to wait. Here's the 200 exponential on the VWAP though. What we see right now is memory starting to correct a little bit. SanDisk coming down. MU coming down. Intel coming down. Yeah, I was trying to buy that, but oil's kind of quiet since the open. We've made money since the opening bell, but it hasn't been easy money. I don't mind this little, like, here's the high volume area here. Yeah, there's the rip. We could have maybe held that second one a little bit longer. Oil's pretty quiet since the opening bell. It's sitting around 97s.
What's silver doing?
Big retracement that I'm going to buy into right here, guys. Let's see if we can... I have 4 contracts. Try to give it a little time to rebound back up. I don't know if I like how this looks though. That's a little bit better, but I'm going to take a half off here and just protect the trade now. Give the rest a little bit more time. Add back if it goes up in my favor. That way if it does drop, it's not the end of the world. Of a whippy open though.
Sam says excellent risk management on display. Beginner trader my ass.
Yeah, I don't like holding through, you know, that pressure here. So I'd rather take small size. There we go. I mean, I could have held and made money on it, but like it's all right. I'll add back to it if it goes up enough, and I'm comfortable enough adding to it. Right back up. Just give it a little time. I'm not gonna add to it yet. I need more. I'm gonna add to this right here. Or no, I'm not. Too quickly.
It looks like the NASDAQ coming back up.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to. It's holding. NASDAQ bounced right at the previous closing price.
Are you long on it right now?
Yeah, I'm long. I'm kind of flat though, like in this trade out altogether, I think. Like it's been whippy over the past like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, so I don't want to take too much risk here. It's not really picking an easy direction. I mean, I think it looks bullish, but I think it could reverse and come down fast if it gets a wrong wind here, you know. So I want to hold long and see if it keeps pushing up, but I'm kind of staying small in size and kind of taking profit quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm out. We'll give it some time. Silver. Yeah, I see somebody asking about silver. Silver's kind of quiet. Or no, silver's actually ripping up over highs here if you look at it. Here's silver. Silver's at 86.5s. So
if the pattern holds or the trend holds, whatever you want to say, I was right about silver.
Yeah, I mean, you've been right here. I just jumped back in this. Let's see if we retrace back up there quickly. There we go. Take that off. Scalp that. Cover majority of it.
Someone says Nvidia is going.
Yeah, Nvidia is up to 218. It's about to break all-time highs. That's why I'm bullish on the day. That's why I've been a little bit more bullish than bearish so far, just because Nvidia looks like it wants that all-time high level. Heavily weighted stock, most heavily weighted stock in the stock market. So As long as Nvidia starts pushing up towards that all-time high, I don't mind establishing like a long situation here. All-time highs on Nvidia. Oh, actually, did Nvidia break all-time highs? It did. So Nvidia just cracked all-time highs. It's up to 218.30s. I thought all-time highs was like 219 or something. Yeah. Technically it is. Maybe Nvidia wants that level.
How long is the current TPT SAPE on, please, boss?
I believe it's up until like May 16th. So I think it's the next like 5 days for TPT. Again, take profit trader 50% off right now. There we go. I'm gonna take a piece of this off again. Try to let this rebound continue here. Nvidia's up there.
SEC commissioner accuses Disney of being targeted for censorship.
All right, so we are ripping up here. I should have held some of this probably a little bit longer, but that's all right. I'll add back if we retrace back towards my entry and just hold the rest break even. I think that retrace is fine right here. There we go. There we go. Take that off now. See if we keep pushing towards the all-time high level here. I'm gonna cut this right here and wait now. Yeah, NASDAQ's running here, running.
Not on my screen.
Huh?
I said it's not on my screen.
Oh, when I say running, I just mean like since the bell, it's up.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yeah, Nvidia's testing all-time highs is what it is. Nvidia's at 218.90s, about to hit that 219 level. Nvidia just cracked it, so Nvidia's up to 219.09s.
So you think it'll drag the rest of the market in its wake?
Yeah, so it just hit the all-time high level here. It's trying to get back over it. So
yeah, we're back up to 397 in the NASDAQ. 99. Yeah. Okay, officially broke 400s, but we're meeting them. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
it's going up
there. Yeah, it's been moving. I'll buy a dip if we get it here. We're 14 minutes in, or 15 minutes in the day. I don't know if this dip is large enough, but I'll start it here and then add a little bit more down to like. I might miss out on more, but it's like a baby trade. I just want to establish maybe a position that I can add to as we get closer to that high, assuming that we're going to retest it. Nvidia got up to all-time highs though now, so maybe the pullback is over, or maybe the run is over now that Nvidia broke it. Or maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to keep on climbing, but
yeah,
it is meeting some resistance.
I think it could pull back here, but it's not a. It wants to get back up there. Slow it down. I'm going to reduce size a little bit. Then add back if it goes in my favor again. Yeah, I'm going to cut it right here, actually. I think it could pull back to like 380s. I don't want to hold through that. I might miss out on this run now, but I think that's okay. We might buy it at like 380s, though, if it dips down there. We got down to 390. I was looking at 380s for a dip level, so this 1 minute pullback might just keep running here. I'm not gonna be able to catch everything. I wish I could, but
Iran oil minister, Iran oil output unchanged during 40-day conflict.
Yes.
I don't know why I said Iran the first time. I never do that.
All right, so I wanted 380s here. Let's see if we get it. Looks like a top to me. Yeah, it might be. Again, I'm kind of, my hands are kind of off of it right now. I've made enough since the opening bell. I don't want, like, I would like 380s. I told you guys I might miss this retest up here of these highs. We got down to 384s, or got, you know, so I wanted 380s right here, just because of the volume profile setup. And I understand I might miss it, and that's okay. But
do you?
I do, Britt.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Listen,
okay.
don't make me start bullying you again, bro. Don't make me start bullying you again.
Don't make me do stuff.
Make me a cup of coffee now, Britt. Now, you know.
All right, it'll be there in about 6.5 hours.
You could throw it from there, you know.
Yeah.
Tyler probably could. You know?
Yeah, he probably could. A cannon on that dude.
Yeah, that dude could throw some heat. All right. Here, we're going up. Like I said, I missed it. I wanted 380s. We got down to 384s. Maybe I was too, like, strict with my entry. I'd rather be too strict than too loose with it, though. Maybe we'll get the 380 pullback now. What at time? We got 11 minutes. Look at this dip. Do I want to buy this dip now, though? Not quite. There's 380s. All right, we bought it. Kind of a large red candle, though.
Did Nvidia break all-time highs or what?
All right, we're in here. Hold on.
Okay.
Is there a reason for this drop, chat?
I don't see any news. Let me check.
I'm trying to scalp it, but I'll probably start cutting this too now. As we retrace higher, I'm going to take some off. Yeah, that's just a big red candle. I'm out.
And no news that I see.
Yeah, it's just too big of a drop here. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. It might still hold, though. Like, I'm not necessarily against it, but that's a big red candle.
Clifford the big red candle.
Yeah. Oh, we got a big, you know, it's like Clifford the dog right now. You know?
That was my reference.
You gave me the inspiration, Britt. Like, that's what it was, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as long as you, you know, at me and your sources, huh?
A beacon of disapproval. That's right. Oh, yeah, the ES chart's just way over this now. 4 weave? Silver up to almost 87s here.
Apparently, I can do no wrong. And as I say, that silver tanks, I'm sure.
NASDAQ continuing just to fall all the way back down here. Look at the NASDAQ dip right now.
It's meeting some support. See if it sticks.
I kind of jumped in a little bit here, but let's see if... I don't mind it down here either. Let's see if it holds. I'll ride it up to that 380 level now if we can. Not enough to take profit, but maybe I can add to this. Should I add to this, guys? I'm kind of flat. We're right around the VWAP and the 200 EMA though, so I don't mind holding this through that and taking a kind of a longer term trade on this.
I don't know, Stuff. You really hurt my feelings. I don't know if I can get past this.
Look, I'm in here, guys. I'm in here.
And I did knock on wood, Zero. I mean, you know. I'm not highly superstitious, or at all, in fact, but still. Can't hurt.
I'm a little I'm not very superstitious. I'm a little stitious, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're mildly stitious?
That was my quote. It definitely wasn't Michael Scott. It was my quote. You know.
I've finally been watching some of that, like, just because my dad's been watching it.
I'm telling you, it's good, bro. Once you start to, you got to understand the story. I hated it when I first watched it, bro. Carol's a big Office person. She watched it growing up. But the more she forced me to watch it, the more funny I found it. You know, the funnier I found it.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good.
Well, the funniest stuff to me is Jim and Pam messing with Dwight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You got to see Michael Scott as a lovable idiot, is what you have to see him as. And when you understand that, it's funny. Wait, I joined the Tradeify Cup, and then I don't know what happened here.
I never... wait, I don't know what I was going to say. I never have, Sam, but I know that I could. I've done a lot of research, believe it or not. Like, those are things that I don't particularly enjoy, like Eggs Benedict or salmon, but I've done a lot of research on how to make those kinds of things anyway, just because I like it.
Yeah, I'm in this trade, guys. I'm probably going to cut it, though. I'm going to let the VWAP and the 200 EMA test, actually. But...
what are your predictions, John?
My predictions? I don't know, man. Honestly, realistically, we have a big upward move. I'm not even going to say this is a bull flag. It looks more like a wedge. But if we start to crack under the VWAP and 200 EMA, I'm selling this quickly. Because, like, really, we had a big move up. We've retraced the entire thing, basically, at this point in time. Like, we've retraced 80% of this move up. And it's the day before. I'm going to cut it right here. We're under the 200 EMA. It's the day before CPI.
Mm.
I don't have a VPN, bro. Okay.
I do. And I can make a duck confit, though, Sam. Absolutely can do that.
What do you guys think? Bull or bear right here? Bull or bear?
I think it's going to turn back up. So, bull. I don't know where it's going to meet support, but I think it will.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I'm just kind of sitting. Yeah, we're right at the, yeah, we got some home sales data coming out soon, don't we? Oh no, there's the 200 exponential VWAP area. Sammy's giving back the gains, marking us a case of the Mondays. Yeah, I don't know how much we're up or down. Let me see how much we're up or down today, actually. Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brett. You can read it.
Okay. Beijing is considering shipping air defense systems to Iran via other countries to mask its involvement, something Trump has threatened to punish with 50% tariffs.
It's gonna, yeah. Yeah, I am down this much today. $193. I'm a beacon of losses today, guys. A beacon of losses. That's all right. Could be worse, honestly.
I led you astray is what happened.
I know, bro. Listen, I knew it. I knew you did, dude. I knew you did. I was like, you know what? Britt's going to lead me astray. The beacon of dishonesty.
I'm the anti-John.
All right, guys, what do we do here? It's almost 6 weeks of an uptrend. It's going to be a correction soon. Yeah, I don't know, Jeremy. I see the home sales data coming out in about 3 minutes here. I don't know what we're going to get for this. I don't think it's going to really move markets either. I think tomorrow's CPI is more important, obviously. But I think, you know, existing home sales for April, 4.05 million is what's expected. I don't think these are going to move markets, but we'll cover it in 2 minutes when it releases here. Yeah, I don't think home sales won't do much. Yeah, I don't think it will either.
Yeah. See if there's any more news. Nope. It looks like I was right about it meeting a little bit of support, though. Nothing certain yet, but
yeah, we're kind of slowing down here. We're not doing too much.
Yeah. And fun fact, you can save
1 minute until the existing home sales data comes out, so I'll cover it.
Okay.
But
then I will say this quickly. Fun fact, you can use a lot less at cooking duck confit if you do it sous vide. All right, now.
All right, look at this drop though in the NASDAQ.
Oh.
The NASDAQ just fell a little bit here.
See, no news yet.
I don't see anything really. Remember, 50% off sale. Still will take profit.
Oil's going up too. Not much, but it's green right now.
Yeah, and this isn't a huge move. It's hard to tell, but it's not a big move yet. All right, here we go. Here's the existing home sales data. It's expected at 4.05 million. Last time was 3.98 million. So we'll see. You know, we get under some of these levels all short, but the range is so tight today in terms of, I mean, we broke all-time highs. All right, 4.02 million is what we just showed up as. 4.02 million, a little bit less than expected for existing home sales. 4.02 million. They also revised the last one up to 4.01 million. So they revised the last one up a little bit. But this one came in lower than expected, 0.2% at 4.02 million for existing home sales.
About a little bit. You said it came in lower?
Somebody said there's nothing bullish about no Iran deal and high energy prices. Yeah, but markets are markets, you know. Yeah, it came in lower than expected, but higher than last time, but lower than expected,
okay.
Nonetheless. NASDAQ just got a little jump here at 10 a.m. though.
Yes, it did.
Tempted to short now though, but
yeah, oil's still going up. So
yeah, I'm gonna wait to short.
They're up, John.
Yeah, look, there's the Sam was right, the bullishness didn't show up. I thought about shorting under the 200 exponential if we start to move down to test this, but again, I thought we also could squeeze up, and I wanted to give it some time, and it looks like that squeeze up was right. Look at this move. Again,
call, Sam.
CPI data shows up tomorrow. Market's conditioning everyone to buy dips like cattle, and then boom, slaughterhouse. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Lucid. Lucid is the best bang for your buck in terms of everything right now, in my opinion. If you look at Lucid, they paid out over 60 million to traders, 50,000 plus to use it, 50-minute payout time. Mine was faster than 15 minutes too. I like 10-to-1 micro scaling here. No hard breach rules, end of day drawdowns, 90-10 profit split. You know, I believe the Lucid Flex has no consistency. Or no, I'm sorry. The Lucid Pro has no consistency. And so, a lot of cool things about Lucid. I'll put the link up. Most day traders lose money, so learning in this way makes sense. It just makes sense. Again, here's the link if you want to check it out. I appreciate the love. And check them out right here. All right, so we're starting to push up some. I don't get the bubble boys. Sure, the market can crash and it's extended, but do you want to miss the upside because of this? Yeah, it's been so long since we've had that too. Like, so many people have predicted crashes over the last 5 years, and I've kind of seen it happen, and most of the time they're wrong. I see CNN say Iran wants sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. Oman also has the rights to the waterway.
Yeah, I don't maybe it'll happen, but I don't think so.
AMD hit bottom, it's a go. Silver's pulling back a little bit now. Oil heading back up some. It's kind of choppy for me though here. All right, so we're starting to dip. I'm probably going to just cut out of here, guys. I don't like any of this price action. You know, we've been streaming for 3 hours. We got CPI tomorrow. Markets might stay choppy. So listen, if you want to help support the channel, remember, take profit as a 50% sale going on right now. 50% sale going on. Shout out to ATM for the sub. Thank you, my friend. But yeah, 50% sale going on. They have end of day drawdown films. But yeah, 50% sale going on take profit. Lucid's a great option as well. Check it out. You know, look, here is Lucid. It depends on Lucid has a bunch of different plans right now, though. But yeah, CPI tomorrow. Be ready. Be here. We'll see you guys then. And you guys red or green today? I am red. I am red.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, you can see end of day drawdown option on all of these. Flex, Direct, Pro, all end of day options. Just I think Lucid has some great rules. NASDAQ is starting to rip up.
Yeah, it is. Hold on.
Hey, later, Jeremy. Later, Clint. Daily, Yellow, Nibbles, Sam. First Last Film, Tiny, Fender, World Speech, Max, Rob, Steve, Pew, DV, Abdallah, all that good stuff. Hey, y'all have a great day. Green because of silver. Yeah, I mean, markets are up. Listen, I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Have a great day.
Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. You know, hit the like button on your way out. From the Discord, all that good stuff. Chef, to you, I would really like to discuss more of what you were talking about in depth. Maybe we can talk about it in the Discord. I'm very interested in it.
Yeah. Hey, y'all have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.
Later, everybody.